welcome back to Rush of Madness. This is session 9 entitled Finding a Path. Last session we ended in the midst of combat with a pair of ropers. Current effects in place. Moonbeam centered on the one in the first chamber. Bardic Inspiration Diet Cassia and a couple people are still in the midst of being drawn into the maw of the roper in the first room. The initiative just reset to the top, so let's say you are first on the docket. You are still on the ground. You have not been elevated off of the ground yet. You are restrained, though.
Yeah. And were my arms free? I think they were.
Well, so when you're restrained, there's no, it's not a matter of, it's just a condition. The condition states you have 0 movement, and you have disadvantage on any ability checks or weapon attacks.
Right. I'm gonna still go with my thin blade and try and cut the...
Yep, absolutely. And I believe that will hit the thing.
23. 11.
And as we discussed last time, piercing is not the greatest for severing these, but okay, computer. I get it. It's fine. Okay. So the tendril has... That'll be enough. So that'll split it. That will remove the tendril from you, and that means you are no longer restrained. That was your attack. You still have your movement.
Yeah. With my movement, I will go back in here and right there out the corner. That's my turn.
Orlandis, so you came out into this other passageway, and you see that there is another one on the ceiling.
Yes, okay. Do they have just one eye or multiple eyes from what I can see from here?
They currently have one eye that you can see.
Okay. Shit. I have to make an executive decision here. I'm just going to run.
Just don't blow Steven Seagal like he did in executive decisions.
I'm just gonna run down here.
Okay.
And take the dodge action. Pray for the best.
Sure. Yep. Okay. Orlandis done. So we will deal with Astragon as follows. He is currently restrained. He does not want to be. So he's going to make an athletics check to attempt to break himself free. He will succeed. He will then use his movement to get away from it. Hopping over to the bar. Okay. That is Astragon's turn. Cassia, you are up.
Alright, so I'm gonna step back down to here, and then, to the surprise of everybody, going to use Sacred Flame for a terrible amount of damage, and then back around the corner.
Horrible.
It hits it. Okay, it goes to the start of its turn. It's going to make a Constitution saving throw against the Moonbeam. It succeeds, so it'll take half. And then, since everyone seems to have left, two of the tendrils have been severed, and then 2 of the tendrils are kind of just loose. You watch as the connection points, where the 2 that are kind of still in place, kind of just bubble out, like almost as if like a hair was being pulled from a pore, and they kind of drop down to the ground. You watch as other orifices on the sides of the creature kind of open up like welts, and you see new tendrils flare out as 4 new tendrils kind of flutter about. You can see a couple of smaller ones starting to make their ways out as well. All 4 tendrils slam down towards the only target I really have, which is Chad. So bam, 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 bam. That's not great. I believe one of the tendrils like lashes out towards you, but it seems to have been in like a growing state, and kind of just the whole rope kind of like flares at you as it kind of falls off. The second one smashes down onto your thigh, and then very quickly wraps around you. The other 2 flare out and kind of hit the walls of the door near you. With the one that it has holding you, it'll immediately pull you towards it, 25, straight up, so that you're adjacent to it.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Why can't I just look this up?
And Zach, I see you're here. Whenever you want to pop in, I've got. Oh, you already did.
He's in.
I see that.
Not sure how much of a difference this is going to make, but it's not displaying my AC correctly. It's actually 18.
Sure, I got a 19 on the attack roll. It's not a difference.
Now, was there damage involved, or is it just grappling?
Tendrils for the grapple.
Okay.
And then a part of its multi-attack is real, which moves you 25 feet up to it, so you are now adjacent to it, because as we discussed, it's 40-foot high ceiling, it's 30 feet, or it's 10 feet tall, so if you're 25, it's 30, it's the top of it, it's going to bite down into you.
Yeah, Glint was only 10 feet away from it.
Yeah, well, no, you're still on ground level, but yeah, I get what you're saying. So the bite attack will hit, because you're restrained. I have advantage on my attack roll.
Okay.
So do you wish to use any reactions in response to being hit and taking 19 damage?
Yeah, I'll use my my psionic shield.
And if memory serves, you've only used that once this combat, and you took a short rest before you came out this way. Is that fair?
No, we didn't take a short rest before we came out this way.
Did we not?
No.
Okay. Well,
We should have, but I still have all my
Right, we
hit dice.
didn't.
So,
The party seems pretty rest averse.
you mean psychopathic.
We don't need no rest.
Gamey.
Who put Joe in a party? Alright, YOLO. We gotta go.
Oh, guys, I don't have all my spells for this combat. We better fucking sit here for 8 hours.
so I reduced it by 5, and I take
Hello.
14.
Correct. Directly calling out the warlock. The other one, you will note, Orlandis, it looks like the shadow is kind of moving off in the distance.
Huh?
The shadow that you kind of saw is kind of moving.
Oh,
And
God.
it seems to kind of move into the space inside of those 4 pillars and kind of fades like from your sight.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
The ropers
It's a gloom stalker.
are done. No, I'm not doing that to you
A
again.
roper gloom stalker.
I'm not doing that again. Only the scouts. Glint, you are up. Well, yeah, you're actually up. You're up 25 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
All the way up.
What's the damage to sever those things?
So you need to do 10 points of damage to it, and it has resistances to certain types of damage and immunity to others.
Well, I can't possibly. Now, is it 10 damage in one strike or 10 damage total?
10 damage total. And then it's really hard to hit because it's fine and kind of moving about. And then you can also attempt a strength check, just strength, not athletics, to try and break the material as an action. DC 15 for the strength check, 10 hit points, but a 20 armor class.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm gonna bite it twice.
The creature direct or the tendrils?
The tentacle.
Okay.
Like that shit.
And since I have less than half my hit points, it's made with advantage. but since I'm restrained, that's disadvantage, so it's just gonna be a straight roll. So first one,
Miss.
14. Shit. Second one, 25.
That'll hit. Damage.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that one.
Okay.
And
So 7
I'll-
doesn't break it. Your first bite, you kind of and you can't get your teeth into it. And then your second bite, that you kind of like force it in. You kind of pierce through it. You know that tape that has like the Amazon packaging tape? Like it has like kind of a reinforced like sinewy matter inside of the tape. That's kind of like what the tendril's like. It's like you're biting into it, and you're pulling, but there's all this kind of very harsh material inside that seems to be kind of resisting that.
Yeah.
And then I will bonus action use
Celery.
my telekinetic thing to try to move it 5 feet away. From
And a
the
quick note on the vampiric bite, because you were attacking the tendril and not the creature. Does the bite say you only regain hit points on certain bites? Like you don't get it for biting objects, right?
I hit a creature that isn't a construct or an undead.
Yeah, so you didn't hit the creature, you hit its tendril, which is not actually a blooded thing. So I'm gonna rule that it's an object.
Okay, well that changes things. Fuck my life.
Alright. So you tear into it. That specific tendril is actually close to being broken. It's about halfway ripped apart, but it's still holding on.
So
Go ahead.
I'm wielding 2 weapons, but I didn't attack with one of the weapons I was holding. Can I offhand with my parrying dagger?
You used a bonus action.
I mean, okay. So, well, I mean, I was asking for rules clarification
Yeah,
because
so
I could use it
in the
different.
future, if you use the attack action, it doesn't matter what you attack with. You can always make an offhand attack with a bonus action. But as you stated, I bite. Those are your 2 attacks for your action. And then you said you were using your bonus action for something else.
Right, the telekinetic move it 5 feet away from the ceiling.
Right. So what's the con save on that?
I believe it's DC 13 strength.
Strength, is it? Okay, cool. That's better for me.
Yeah, DC 13
Yeah.
strength.
21. It remains planted.
Okay.
You actually see, like, as the force kind of shoots out, it kind of, it almost, like, kind of coils, or not coils, I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. You know those weird, like, I can't think of a good way to describe it. It kind of shrinks, like, but it, like, squishes in. Like, it kind of, like
Like
slinkies.
jelly.
It kind of slinkies. It's like if you sat on a parking cone, it kind of like drops at the bottom. It kind of like
It crumples.
it crumples itself up a bit.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah,
good
that's a
word.
good word.
Placid.
Thing about psionic strike. Okay.
All right, Balgar, you are up.
Anti-transparent.
Okay, so just to be clear, attacking parts of this creature is not actually attacking the creature itself. That's wild.
So yes, that's correct. So I will explain. The tendrils themselves have an armor class and hit point total of their own.
Right.
It states
Roper
destroying a
things.
tendril deals no damage to the roper, which can then exude a replacement tendril on its next turn. It acts as an object, so it doesn't get saving throws either. So if you were to shatter, the tendrils would just tear apart. There's perks.
I don't
and-
see. I mean, from what I can see in my little safe corner here, I don't see any tendrils.
Yeah. No, fair. It's fair. It's
I could have just moved the fucking tendril.
for purposes in the game. It is a direct connect between whatever it targets with the tendril and grapples. And so
I hate this.
I do
fucking
see
tendril.
Glint though. Does he look like he's struggling right there? or
yeah,
is
he's
he
got a
having-
tendril on him, but he's actually 25 feet up, so you don't see him. He's
Oh.
above the door.
I did see him. He's gone now.
You saw him, and then whoop.
Oh shit!
Where'd he go?
It's like the movie Aliens. You're just like, okay, well, no, fuck that room.
Uh,
We don't go in there. We're just gonna close the door, and then we're just gonna leave. Okay, so that was.
I don't want to. I don't want to make it complicated. I'm just gonna sharp note the creature itself that I can see.
Okay, so from your position, you do need to move up. again, because as we discussed, the angling is weird, but that's fine. You can move up, get a shot, and then move
You're
away.
right. I mean, there
Either
I
way,
go.
that bounces off its hide.
Yeah.
Lose.
Alright. We are going to pop back in and
So you're directly underneath Glint. You
Yeah.
can see him kind of with his hands and kind of wrapped, grasping the tendril and kind of ripping it apart, kind of splitting in two.
I'm going to stab at it.
Okay, so you have to get up to it because again,
Oh.
it's up in the air. So the
Oh,
best
it's
way
all
for-
the way up in the air.
Yeah. So as we discussed, this position here will put you a distance of 10 feet underneath it, which I said will allow you to make an attack against it with disadvantage
Right.
unless you have reach.
Okay. Then we will go here, and we will stab at it.
Kind of jumping up and kind of stabbing
Yeah.
into it. Okay, so even with
22.
disadvantage, that'll hit. Oh, and sorry. Oh,
8.
never mind. Okay, so that's good stuff. All right, and then you should have a second attack.
I'm going to stab at it again.
Okay, so you kind of hit the ground, pop back up, and then stab again. The 19 will actually pierce off the side of it. If you spend an inspiration here, it will give you that crit, though.
I do not have one.
If anybody has it.
I can
No.
give her mine since it carries from session to session, right?
Yeah, you keep it forever until you use it.
Do they stack? Because theoretically I have 2 at this
No.
point.
So
Okay.
if you have gotten a second one, what you should have done is pass it on to somebody anyways.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will remember that for the future, but I will give her the one I have right now.
Okay, perfect.
I just need to find another music pun this session.
That's totally fair.
God,
So
that was so shit.
Crit'll work. Okay.
It's still better than 8.
All right. Lose, I need you to make, and also Glint, I need the two of you to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. As it gets stabbed, you kind of hit the first time and then kind of realize it's turning its attention to you. You leap up and stab it in the eye, and you see its eye kind of like splinter a bit, and then kind of this nasty kind of yellow and kind of red liquid shoots out of the eye and kind of slams down onto the ground. You see the base of the creature kind of quiver, and then it kind of and it drops, and as it hits the ground, its tentacles and everything coming down, kind of flopping all over the two of you. You're both caught underneath it and are prone. And that's it.
Oh.
No damage. It just, the tentacles aren't very heavy. It just, when it descended down and hit the ground, which it will technically bounce here because it can't be on 2 levels. It kind of slapped you with its tentacles and kind of forced you to the ground with them.
Oh, okay.
All right, Lose, good
The
hit.
second time that a roper has fallen on me.
And there was a tick that fell on you a couple weeks ago. You know, it's not.
So you're like the anti-Brent. Brent falls, and you get stuff falling on you.
Yeah.
Orlandis, you hear a loud kind of meaty, like craggly kind of thud north of you.
Okay. I'm trying to avoid this one. Can I peek around this corner right here?
Sure.
Is there anything in there?
Yeah, a massive open waterway that looks like it's kind of spiraling at a slow pace downwards. It's reminiscent of the pool that the dragon was in kind of coloration depth and also swirl. Your presumption is that this is a deep cavity of water that has like at the bottom a hole that goes into the Underdark or the Foul Deep.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action to dash. I'm gonna go back up after hearing the thump.
Absolutely fine.
That was 5.
Well, you wouldn't have moved down. You just peeked around. You
40.
said you're starting from here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool.
I'm more than fair. I'm more than happy with like a Metal Gear Solid kind of like look, fuck, and then let's see if we can get past it.
Got you. Okay. So then I'm still gonna use my action dash. So it's
Yeah, this.
40.
Yep.
Okay, and then seeing that creepy shit, and then I'm just gonna run over here. 40.
So you see Lotte on the ground. You're just kind of slap down onto the ground. Are you gonna stay there or just rushing straight for it?
I'm just gonna rush straight for it.
Okay.
So it's 45, 50.
And you would also see that
60.
Glint is on the other side, kind of slapped down underneath its tentacles.
Oh, so this fucking thing's not dead yet, is it?
No.
Can I step onto it or no?
No. No,
Okay.
it's kind of like when it hit, its tentacles kind of like hit, like, and then it started kind of lashing them up back into its position. It's still prone, but
Okay.
yeah,
But I can't. I would have to use an action to get onto it, right?
you'd have to use the if you have athletics or acrobatics, you could try to get onto a larger creature. Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. I still have a bonus action. I'll use inspiring word on Glint,
Okay.
and I'll just say, "You can do this. Get up and stab that bitch." And then that's going to be a D6, right?
Yeah, D6 plus your
Ooh.
1.
You get 3.
Okay.
Better than nothing.
Astragon, you're up. So it is now visible. Balgar, you would also note as you kind of peek around the corner that it is visible. It has come down from the ceiling, and the beam is still kind of focused on it. Hopefully.
Let me see what I have for spells real quick. Honestly, I'll probably just do the doot.
Yeah, dude, solid.
Give him the biggest dude.
Give them the
Yeah.
2 biggest dudes. You get 2 dudes.
I guess I'll move.
Firing out of cover. Okay.
Yeah, just trying to get a better shot at it.
Absolutely.
And I will do. Yeah, I'll just do doot. Let me see.
So you're firing a range attack technically against a prone creature, but it's big, so I'm just gonna let that first one hit. The second one misses. Okay, give me the damage on that first damage. All right, and kind of hits it in the jaw area. It starts squirming about more wildly. Its conal kind of shape, kind of smacking on the ground.
For some reason, I'm just picturing this thing on its side, spinning around the ground, doing like the Three Stooges whoop thing.
Yeah, and also tentacles.
Wise guy, eh?
It is the Three Stooges plus Call of Cthulhu. Cassia.
I will. You said that it. Well, first I will step down. I'll move half my movement again to see what the situation is.
Sure.
So Glint is there, so he's actually in touch range, right?
Yeah, he's right at your feet.
Okay, then I won't use fancy points yet, but I will cure wounds on him. When I come around the corner and see that he looks like he has been run over by a roper. Wow, and that was a higher level cast. That's
Not
okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't see the 6 above it for the higher level cast at first. I thought, all right, and then back up to my hiding hole.
That's smart. All right, so what you'll
Yeah,
notice,
Glint's looking much better.
Glint, what you'll notice is as it kind of like starts flopping about and kind of slowly standing erect, is that the tendrils seem to have kind of fallen loose of their pores as it hit the stone. So like its tendril that had you kind of bound is kind of just hanging loosely on your person, and as it kind of gets up to like almost full height, it just starts kind of slamming the top jaw of itself onto you specifically, and kind of thrashing its tendrils behind it at Orlando's and Lotte. And Lotte, while I'm doing this, can you go ahead and make a perception check, please? So my bite attack against you has advantage because you are prone.
18.
Okay, so you do notice out of the corner of your, or when you kind of hit the ground, you kind of notice something moving in the shadows. And I don't know if you can see this token or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will hit you, Glint.
Did it do its moonbeam thing.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna guess that doesn't kill it even if it takes full damage, but you know.
Oh, it's real close though. Con save is fine, so I'm gonna take half. It's
I mean,
con-
9's still a lot.
Yeah, its con and
Yeah.
strength are really, really massive, by the way. The stone-like apparatus of its cone are kind of peeling in the heat of the moonbeam. But yeah, its teeth sink down onto Glint, and it fires 2 tendrils out just in wild abandon at Orlandis, and then 2 at Lose. Lose, I miss you with both. Orlandis, I miss you with both, and I definitely hit Glint. So Glint, you'll take 24 piercing damage, and you can go ahead and react to that if you'd like. And it just kind of thrashes about on the space, kind of grabbing a hold of you with its teeth, the field in between you and its teeth as it kind of slams you down on the ground. It's really angry at the closest available thing.
How much damage was that?
So it was 24, so minus 9 would be 15.
Yeah, I don't know what the. Well, that's very okay.
It
Yeah,
added the damage
Oh.
for Focus Slayer. It shouldn't be.
I got you. So 15.
Correct. And then before I move the roper on, 4 tendrils go flying into the doorway. Lose, and one of them does get a hold of your leg, and it kind of drags you out on the ground into this space. So you would
Fair.
notice that it had to drag you a little bit further across the ground, but the space that it is in, it's about 30 feet high, so it's only about 20 feet off the ground. But these pillars seem to have chains wrapped around them, and they seem to be kind of locked onto what looks like a scabbard, just kind of held aloft in the middle of the 4 pillars.
I don't like the sound of that.
All right, Glint, you are up. Well, you're not. You're prone, but it's your turn.
I'm not restrained anymore, am I?
You are not restrained. It did not get a hold of you. It's just going trying to bite
Okay,
you.
cool. Then I will stand up, and I will. I'll stand up, drop my whip dagger, draw my short sword. I'm going to first attack vampiric bite, second attack short sword, third attack parrying dagger.
Okay.
So
Well, you have your
vampiric
short
bite.
sword. You said.
Huh?
You said you have your whip dagger and your short sword.
No, I dropped my whip dagger, drew my short sword.
Got it. So you have your parrying dagger and your short sword.
Right. Is the 13 hit?
It does not.
Fuck. It's an 18 hit.
It does not. One last attack with the dagger.
Yep. Where's it at? Okay.
14 on it as well. Yeah, as you
Cool.
kind of smash into it, it's kind of got this low kind of, its eyes kind of closed and kind of pussy, and then its mouth is kind of slamming down. And so as you kind of stand up to try and get an angle, you're kind of just hitting stone at the top of its cap.
Okay. Well, it's not currently holding me,
Correct.
so I'm just gonna move away.
I hate to do it to you. I am going to have to make an opportunity attack as I react.
Okay. 15, 20.
It misses.
I'm just-
and
I'm just gonna move as fucking far away from this thing as possible.
when it bites and slams its teeth down into the ground, you actually watch its mouth like cave into the stone, piercing the ground and leaving a massive tooth cavity where it bit the ground. I did 30 damage on the attack roll. So it literally missed, but it just said, I eat
Actually-
floor.
Sorry, I'm gonna go this way instead.
Yeah, stay with your group. Balgar.
If I peek around the corner
You see it standing there.
and all of its tendrils attached to it,
Yeah, but they're all kind of flared behind it because they went after Lose and Orlandis. And you would actually see, just for purposes, you see Lose on the top, kind of up there on the level, kind of looking over at you. Then you see something grab her by the leg and pull her through the door out of your sight. So she was here, and then she went out the door.
That way? Like left way?
Yeah, left ways.
Oh god. Okay, so the tendrils are falling behind the creature that is falling, you said. If I were to try to like shatter in a space between where the tendrils are falling and where the creature fell, can I hit the fucking tendrils and the creature?
I'm
Or
gonna
at least
give,
like the majority of them?
I'm gonna give you the proest of tips that I can give you at this stage. I just want to let you know mechanically where we're at, so you can make a very rational pro gamer decision. Okay?
Uh-huh.
It is beaten the shit out of. It is fucked up beyond all recognition.
I didn't quite chat it, but it's pretty close.
It's so close. So you can shatter it, and you will.
I'm gonna shatter it because that's what I wanted
I
to
don't
do in
need
the
you to roll
first place.
shit. It's
So
dead. It dies. It dies horribly.
yeah, I don't need all that extra shit.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
I use shatter.
All right. So you.
But he
shatter-
also tells
I'm
those
just
tentacles
I'm
to go
going to
fuck
keep
themselves
harping
too.
back to the fact that the tendrils are separate from the fucking creature itself because it makes no sense to me. But
Those are all gone as well.
good, get rid of them.
As
I
they-
don't like it.
Fuck him, fuck
and
his
then I-
tentacles, fuck the
Or
ground.
finish my move by like slowly creeping forward. I won't move my full speed, but like trying to see what happened to the homie.
Yeah, Glance is gonna
We
recover his
hanging-
whip dagger
we
and
hanging
then
in
go
there.
lay
Fight
down
over.
and.
Fight's not over.
Yeah, we still hanging in there, bud.
God damn it.
There's another one.
Yeah, he Orlandis Leroy Jenkins. So here we are. Lose, so you are on the ground. It's above you, 20 feet.
Yeah.
And
Am I
you're
grappled
restrained.
still? Okay.
And
I
still
am
and you're still
restrained.
prone, and you can't stand up because you can't take movement.
But I sure can still stab it.
No, because you're
No?
20 feet below it.
Oh, I can't even stab the tendril?
Oh yeah, you can stab the tendrils. Hell yeah, always. Alright, that'll
9.
miss.
I
Second
have
attack.
another one, right?
That'll miss as well.
13. Yeah. Help!
Do you scream that back after them?
Yeah.
Lose done. Orlandis.
Yep. Orlandis is gonna run in. 5, 10, 15, 20, oh my God. 30. And then he's going. Can he reach the tendrils
Yeah.
with his spear?
If you're adjacent to her or in between her and it, you can always attack the tendril.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to attack the tendril. Shit, where's my spear? 17.
How does this make him lose his spear again?
He grabs the tendril with his, or grabs the spear with his tendril, throws it away.
No.
It doesn't have that much control over the tendrils.
Okay.
Except in this one particular instance to ruin your life.
Orlandis, you are.
Does the 17 hit or no?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. Astragoth. It definitely sounds like there's more fighting.
Which means that there's more doot to be had. I can see a sliver of it.
Yeah.
I could
I'd say
probably-
angle-wise, because you're kind of looking out from a lower vantage point into a higher vantage point.
Oh, right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying yes, you can shoot it because you're looking up into that room.
Oh, okay, I understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you're
Uh,
below that level, and then it would be. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I do. Doot.
And then Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean 26 will hit. Yeah, that's a crit. Give me that damage. All right. Okay. Solid hit. Lose, you see the bam of the sound from Astrogoth's instrument, and you also see your friend trying to stab the thing as well. Cassia, you are up. You're still concentrating on Moonbeam. Your turn at your pleasure.
Okay, I'll get to here. I'll have to not be standing on Astrogoth afterwards, but just to kind of identify a little bit of what's going on here. Okay. In. Go down.
Moving
Right.
over the roper would be difficult terrain.
Yeah, I can see in there. I'm just trying to see where I can move the moonbeam.
Well, keep in mind, if you're close to this ledge, you're not going to be able to see as well as you will from the door. Because again, we're at a lower level at the door.
Okay, so up a spot.
Yeah, it's probably the best vantage you're going to get. And
That's-
then, how far can you move it?
I can move it 60 feet, so if I can
Yeah,
move
you
it
can
and
see,
get.
You can see it up on the ceiling well enough. If you can see any of it in game, you can
Yeah.
shift it to where it's right on top.
Okay.
And it's an action to do so, right?
Yeah, so that'll be my action.
And no, it's only when they start their turn. It's not when they.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. The way it's
They
worded.
have to willingly move into
Yeah.
it. It's not
Okay.
the
Yeah.
opposite. So if you move
Yeah.
it through your friends, it's not. It's not like.
Okay. It's
yeah.
not. It's not an orbital death laser.
It's not an orbital death laser.
It should be, but it's not.
It's not.
All right,
All right.
and then I'll use the rest of my movement to get a little to kind of move around the dead one.
Okay. It is going to reel Lose up. And
First, it's gonna make a Constitution save. That's what it's gonna do.
it's gonna fail that one.
Oh, good.
That's the first time one of these has failed a con or.
That's right. Eat shit.
Yeah, indeed. It will.
Hey,
reel-
DM, I have a question.
Shoot.
Is the tentacle considered a hostile monster?
No, it is for the purposes of everything we're doing here. It is technically an object.
Okay. alright,
So
just making sure.
a quick idea to kind of look at how it operates. It is like webbing that's being fired out onto you, except that it's more material than that. It
Okay.
is more, for lack of a better way of kind of describing it, fleshy.
Amazon packing tape.
In a mechanical sense, the best thing you can analogize it to would be an Echo Knight. Echo Knights are creature-like in some instances, but are not creatures. They are apparatus of the thing that created them.
Okay.
You
So I
understand?
couldn't get a reaction attack on it.
No, because the tendril's not moving. It doesn't move. It's just doing what it does. So it's connected to Lose. It's forcing Lose, or the roper is forcing Lose out.
Yeah. Okay.
It will then bite Lose, or attempt to anyway. Wow, that's pathetic.
Good.
Triple 16s. 16 on the attack, 16 on the second attack, and 16 on the damage. That's just all around
I'll take
bad. Okay. Then it will fire off 4 tendrils. Or 3 tendrils. I already have one active.
Yeah.
50-foot range. So you're in cover. I can't see you. You are not. So you're the only one I can get besides Orlandis. So 2 at Orlandis and 1 at Astragon. Bam. I got you, Orlandis.
Oh no.
And 18 for you, Astragon. And that will be.
I didn't sign up for that type of game.
This is not the anime I watched. Smack, smack, smack. Okay, so now there's a line coming out from it in between it and Astragon. And then obviously Lose's right here, and then straight down at Orlandis. Alright, Roper's done. Glint, you are up.
Glint is going to use his action to drink his potion of greater healing.
Cool.
So he like moves to a safe distance and he's like, "Whew, glad that's over." And he like pulls out his potion and starts drinking, and then he sees the tentacle just go and just grab onto Astragon. And he's like,
Well,
"Oh
at least-
shit!"
At least it's not me. At least it's not me.
You know, fair.
He's like, I already spent enough time riding the Roper. I'm good.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look at this. A creature can willingly fail this save. Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my action to drink my potion. I'm going to use my bonus action to move Astragon 5 feet back.
And since you're force moving him, he will step liberate from the restraint.
So it's like literally like he's got a potion in one hand and his other hand's just like.
You see the tendril kind of trying to grasp a hold of Astragoth, and you kind of pull your hand into like your mind space and pull it to the side as you rent him free and put him in the sewer water.
I mean, it's better than the Roper's
Yeah.
mouth a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
You take what you get, you know?
Out of the Japanese film into the sewer.
I mean, it could be another Japanese film in here. It took place. Anyways, Volga. There's a bit of suicide.
Greater healing is 44 plus 4, right?
Correct.
Cool, I'll take it.
So Balgar, you would see the tendril just kind of flop onto the ground. That was in between Astragoth and it, and you kind of for that, just a heads up. So this is a 10-foot kind of ledge, but if you want to just go ahead and make an athletics check, you can hop up there as a part of your movement. You just jumping on the roper. Or
Okay, I started. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just like randomly move around.
No worries.
I started here. I was imagining myself like creeping around the corner
There's
slowly.
no corner. That's up.
Okay, I got you.
So you can make an athletics check to kind of like get up onto the roper and then jump up, grab the ledge, and pull yourself up, and that'll take 5, 10, 15 feet of movement. It's not, a hard DC.
Not an athletic guy.
It's not a hard
We
DC.
running? No. We're not an athletic guy. We running around.
are you more or less athletic as Balgar than you are as Hungry?
Probably more athletic.
5,
Yeah, see,
10,
I mean-
15, 20, 25. That would be your movement entirely there because you
Yeah,
have to go around
I know.
it.
I got you.
I mean, Hungry did jump from one building to another.
True.
That's fair.
Just saying, you know.
That just sounds a little wild for Balgar, considering who he is.
like 10
Like
foot
crawling
jump.
up a recently dead roper that I've literally never probably witnessed before myself.
Also, if you jump on it, does it like excrete any of its fluids? I don't want any of that on me.
We're going around. We're using the stairs, dog.
That's just your movement. So you still have an action if you'd like to take it.
I shoot the dead roper.
You can also
Add
dodge from
more
the
of those
living-
dead tentacles. Fuck all of them. Every
know,
last
The
one of them.
dash or
Dodge from the
something?
living one.
Okay, I'll do that. I can do that even without seeing it.
Yeah, dodge is just an action. You're being
Oh,
prepared.
hell
You
yeah.
know it's there.
I evade.
Yep. We'll say you're face to face with it. It has a
Stab it in the
moving-
face.
Okay. Good.
What
You got
about
that.
the eye?
All right, so a 12 is gonna miss, and a 13 is gonna miss. So you're kind of stabbing as you're kind of trying to get towards the eye. The eye kind of shifts on its face. You hit stone.
Yeah.
Hit stone. All right.
Right.
And then bonus action. Anything? Probably not.
No.
Okay. Orlandis, so you are restrained. You are at a 20-foot distance below it. Yeah, the restrained is the main thing. So, again, just to cover how you can get out of the restraints, you can make an attack roll against it, deal 10 points of damage, it's got an armor class of 20, or you can attempt, as your action, a strength check, not athletics, just strength, to try and break it. It's a DC 15 strength check.
I'll try the strength check
Absolutely
because
fine.
I know for a fact I won't be able to hit it.
Yeah, if you have a
Uh,
+3, it's only like a 12 that you need to roll on the dice, so not a
Alright,
bad choice to go that way. So just on the far left, you should see strength. Just
Yeah,
click on that.
I
There,
got you.
Should roll that.
Strength
Not the
check.
saving throw though. Okay,
8. Fuck.
so that'll miss, unless somebody inspires. And if not, then that's your action. You still have a bonus action.
Yeah. Can I use? Knight's move wouldn't affect Lasse, right?
Not in the same way that the psychic does. Psychic moves them at Glint's pleasure.
Okay.
That allows them to move instead. And so, since she has a move speed of 0, she could technically receive the action, but she wouldn't do anything because she has no
Alright.
movement speed.
And I can't move as well, right?
Correct. You are 0 speed restrained.
All right. Shit. All right. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
I mean, wait. No, I can't do that. I don't think shake it off would work because it has to be a saving throw.
Easy there, Taylor Swift.
What happened? Astrogon.
Shake it off.
Oh, I get it.
So I have a question. I have a spell called Silvery Barbs,
Ooh,
which
yeah, you do.
can be used on a reaction.
Oh,
Mhm. What's the question?
no. DMs hate this one trick.
Hold on. Shh. What's the question?
No, I just wanted to make sure, with your game and everything, is a reaction, would that be... That would essentially be anytime not on my turn that I
It
see...
could be on your turn as well. So
Right, okay.
the only thing that a reaction requires is that the trigger is satisfied. So a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself that succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw. So when they do
Okay.
that, you force the reroll.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't want another Crystal Skull conundrum here.
I'm trying to...
I'm gonna do... Yeah, do. I'm a one-trick warlock, but hey, you know, don't stop if it works, I guess.
Yeah, if it ain't broke.
Miss.
Womp womp.
All right, Cassia.
Alright, let's.
New acoustics, right?
5, 10, 15.
That's literally the sound that I just
20
made.
feet.
Womp womp. And
You
then-
won't Sacred Flame him.
I mean, I might.
You
But
won't
first,
do it.
how beat up do my other two friends here look?
Neither are bloodied.
Not
Alright.
unconscious, so save the heal. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
That's how it
All right. Well, you know, Joe challenged me, so we're just gonna. That's a good one too.
Okay.
That is good.
Yeah, it fails, so it'll take the damage.
And then I'm just gonna keep on moving all the way down back into this corner.
Go ahead and give me the moonbeam damage while we're at it. Save. Oh, failed save.
They'll be
This one
alright.
sucks.
It is getting
You love
scorched.
it.
Looks like the tides are shifting.
I mean, I killed a dragon. What are these? What does a fucking stalactite have on?
It is a moonbeam.
Cassia
That tides.
goes to them, so
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Science.
That is.
reel. I'm gonna
I
lift
watched Bill Nye.
Orlandis up to me. I am then going to roll to see which one I butt because they're both tasty morsels.
Yeah, they are.
One looks like it has a nice crunch to it, though.
True.
So it
Texture is important.
randomly
When
or
snacking.
primally selects the larger of the two, which would be the Marshall.
Crunchier.
Mm,
Nice crisp crunch. Sorry, Joe.
25 to hit your armor class.
damn.
Yeah, it hits.
21
Oh,
piercing.
I'm down.
All right, and then it will.
Okay, Castia, come back.
You need another sacred flame? I'm on it.
Why'd you shoot Orlandis? I have no targets for my tendrils, so those will go a miss. And it's done. Clint, you're up.
All right. Let's see.
What kind of attack was it that took him out?
Bite.
Okay,
One.
You chomped.
so I can see a sliver of it right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop my weapons and draw my short bow and shoot it twice.
Okay.
Miss. 25. Let me go ahead and reroll that. Okay. So, 10 piercing damage there. I've still got 10 feet of movement, so I'm gonna move here.
Okay. Bulgar, you're up.
Okay. Good job, Hungry. You made it to combat. We get in there.
Why are you playing people with low move speed? It's like the Joe or Big Way.
Sharp note.
Slow and steady.
The thing.
That'll miss.
I pull out some cool stuff. Start playing on the harp. I miss. I'll keep playing on the harp furiously as I healing word Orlandis.
Okay.
Ooh.
That'll also.
Ooh.
Whoa, shit. Okay, man. All right, that's my turn.
Rude.
No. Throw the heal for him. Throw the heal for him. Get 5 back. All right, Balgar done. Let's say you are up, so you're still restrained, but you are face to face with it. It's
Yeah.
currently pulling its teeth out of Orlandis, and then you can see the magic of dwarvish magic or music kind of fill Orlandis with enough to kind of open his eyes that were just rolling into the back of his head for a second.
I
Yeah.
do have a question. Is Balgar's healing word just like a loud dwarvish curse? Is it something encouraging? Like what?
It would be like an inspiring type of song.
Okay,
It would be like.
Yeah,
you hit like that power metal scream.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
power metal scream. We love this.
It's right next to
We started off with the violent sharp note, and then we went to the inspirational Orlandis. Get the fuck back up, man!
It's like
But all in a very deep, like arcane
Yeah.
dwarvish, like
Mhm.
kind of type of shit.
it's more like
echoing through.
It vibrates in his bones
Yeah.
and makes him uncomfortable enough to wake up. I got it. Okay.
There it is.
guttural screaming. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Let's say, what we doing?
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Orlandis like right next to me?
Yeah,
in the
so
air?
you are probably a little higher up than he is, but he is like,
like more
5
than
feet.
5 feet.
yeah, no, exactly 5 feet. Like he's in range for you to melee attack him if you want.
Oh.
Yeah, do it. Hit him.
No, I don't want to hit him.
The roper would be like, "Oh, you're helping me. Okay, we can be friends now." And then it's the adventures of Lose and the roper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
You got to think big
No.
picture here, Elizabeth.
All right. I'm just
And
gonna.
you thought the
no.
dwarf was slow.
No.
Okay, so those are
Both of them miss.
Yep.
That's it. That's me.
Swinging wildly. Orlandis, you retain consciousness.
Yep.
and Its teeth are just kind of like covered in your blood.
All right, cool. I have a question as well.
Yeah.
Is its orifice large enough to hold a 6-foot man with heavy armor?
Its orifice?
Yes, its mouth hole.
It's
No.
toothy maw.
I'm very disturbed.
No.
Yeah, I thought this question was going a different way.
Like, can it fully encapsulate a grown man?
No,
Okay,
that was never on the table.
okay.
You know what
No.
was on the table? Your ass, and it's carving you apart with its teeth.
I know that,
Okay.
but I wanted to just get in it and then just stab upwards.
Oh, you know what?
That was the
I
goal.
think Chad will definitely recommend putting any part of your body into a roper at your leisure.
Go for it. It can only end well.
It can only end well, right, Chad?
I mean,
let's
I will.
see.
We won.
We won. We did win.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, man, if you want to climb inside of a roper's orifice, who are we to stop you?
Buddy, I didn't sword burst your ass. So
Just
please
trying to
make
come up-
smart decisions.
Trying to come up with something. I'm just gonna try to break free.
You know what the sword verse also targets? The
What?
tendrils.
There.
I know.
You won't go in there.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to break a
But it would have
tendril.
hit him, and he just.
We
got
could
back
pick him
up.
back up.
It
It's
would have also
fine.
caused him to drop. If it
I mean,
broke
I'll
the
just
tendril.
like play some more music.
I'm gonna
Go
try
in
to
there,
break
Doc.
a tendril, you guys.
Success.
17.
You rip it apart and you fall 20 feet. Do you have
All right.
acrobatics as a trained skill?
No,
You hit the
I got
ground.
athletics.
You hit the ground partially, and you will trade this restrained for a prone. And then
Alright.
I'm gonna roll some dice.
All right.
Gonna
Looks like
knock
you're
your
only
ass
taking
unconscious again.
5 points of bludgeoning damage or falling damage.
I'm down.
Just fucking sword burst.
You should have
Dude, this
just
is the
sword
best
bursted.
tank. This guy's
Yeah.
good.
Do you want me to move the moonbeam onto him just to speed up?
Just speed it up. Just speed it up.
Just
Just
say-
fucking moonbeam my
Hey,
ass.
tournament
Just-
character, just move
just
it over to here.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
man, you're
just
doing your
shift it
job.
over onto me,
Just
too.
just
Get in
move
there.
me. Just move me to the graveyard. Just do it.
He is doing, and then we'll return you with
Send me to the Shadow Realm.
our Astrogoth Necromancer, who probably casts some spells.
Yeah.
Astrogoth, speaking of, Necromancy, it's your turn.
Odd segue, but okay.
I tried, okay? And again, remember, this is a 10-foot ledge here, so you have a better angle from the door.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, so if you want to...
But I couldn't see it from, like,
Can you see a part of it?
No.
Okay. Like, from where you were in the door? Like here, you couldn't? Really?
Okay. I can see a small minutia.
Yeah.
Of
So
it.
because the angle, you're actually looking up into it, so you can actually see a bit more than the non-three-dimensional, two-dimensional map.
That's right. You explained that last time. I'm sorry.
No worries. I know you'll see more of it from here on the map, but yeah, this is a 10-foot ledge. The first one will miss, the second one will hit. Let me see. Okay.
Barely, but
Not bad, not bad. We're moving it down. Astrogoth done. Cassia, you are up.
All right. Move back up. How beat up does it look?
Pretty messed up. It's actually dripping like from a couple of the tendril orifices.
Just kill it.
Hmm.
Go for the kill. Sacred Flame. Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, if I get you up, you're just gonna fall back down.
Exactly. Just go for the attack. Fucking
You
end
do
it.
have my magical inspiration that's going to give you an extra d6 to your heal.
Yeah, it does. It helps still fall down. Does
True.
that's an additional d6 though, right?
Better than us falling down. Yeah.
He's
He's
fine.
falling down.
You're
We're
right,
not
Joe.
falling down.
You're right.
He's going to make it. He's tough boy. Look at all that armors.
We're
All right.
almost
Crunchy.
there.
He's a partner.
I did the sacred flame.
Yep.
Did it hit it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid
Then I'm gonna move back. Then I'm gonna move back down,
Alright, that's it.
and then on the start of its turn,
Give it to me.
Moonbeam's gonna tick. Do I have to decide to use the bardic inspiration dice before or after?
Does it add to damage?
Can it? I think it.
I think you can use it on damage, actually.
Go ahead and click your bard ability.
Yeah,
Use it for damage.
If you can.
that's not the right one.
Regained or the damage dealt. Yeah. Cool.
All right. And it's a d6, Joe.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
So 3, and then the moonbeam damage. So it'll be
18.
18 or 9.
Yeah, looks like it actually resisted it this time.
Still takes 9 damage though.
Is
Almost
very,
there.
Very, very,
I
very
tried.
Close. It on its turn will, being relieved of its preferred snack, will go for the only remaining option. 17
Maybe
to hit.
that's
I
that.
believe hits on the nose.
Yep.
Sorry, 29 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, we're dead.
Dying. Yeah.
Down, not dead.
All right. It has Balgar in view. So I'm gonna throw
No.
all my tentacles at it.
No, you don't see me. I'm very stealthy.
Apparently
Can't
not.
see me.
I rolled tens. I rolled 4 tens. You have an 11 armor class.
What?
What the fuck is happening?
But you only have an 11 armor class? Holy
I am
shit.
so weak.
You
Oh,
just John Cena that shit.
I wish I had inspiration. So 10 and 14, 10 and 24, 10 and 26, and 10 and 12.
No,
All of
that's-
those second rolls would have hit.
I gotta think about what I did that was awesome this week because I got some karma coming my fucking way.
Clip.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Hell yeah, you suck.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, Glitch.
Oh god damn it. I have a choice to make.
Damage all the way.
Do it.
You shoot it.
Do it.
Yeah. Shoot it twice.
Kill it.
24?
Yeah.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Not much better. That's 8 damage. Second attack. It's a
Hit.
20. It's 9 damage.
pop out, get behind Balgar, standing over him, fire the first arrow. It hits in the gum line, starts to bleed quite a bit. As it kind of opens its mouth in anger, you fire the second shot. It enters into the mouth and hits right in the back of the throat. You hear it start gagging very violently, and its kind of suction pad on the ceiling disconnects. It falls and hits the ground. As it's tumbling, the tendril kind of looses Lose to the side. Some of them kind of slap onto Orlandis, but again, they don't do damage when they do this. It just knocks people prone, and they're already that. So we're going to stay in the combat. I am going to shift the music, though. But for the purposes of death saving throws, I just want to keep us cognizant of that. So, Glint, anything else on your turn?
He would finish his movement because he was like moving and shooting.
That makes sense. Go ahead with it.
So he'd end up there. And as he like kind of hits against the wall, he looks over at Cassidy and he says, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. I don't think they are.
I will healing word Orlandis once again.
Okay.
Run across the Gulch sewage river thing and cure wounds Lose.
Can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
Two what?
Leveled spells. So if you use a bonus action to cast,
true.
yeah,
You can use your action to give her a potion.
I'd use my medicines on her.
Make a medicine roll.
Medicine man. Try to stabilize. I make it so much worse.
You know, that's not how the medicine works. But yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea where to start.
Okay, so you kind of look at her. She's
Letty
kind of
part 2.
in the tendrils, and I'll say for this kind of non-medicine check, what you're doing is kind of removing the tendrils, trying to see if you can find where the wound is, because there's just a lot of blood and a lot of tentacle.
I think she's dead.
Let's say you're up, so you're gonna make a death saving throw.
Yep.
That's one failure. Orlandis, you are lying next to Lose. You can see that Balgar is trying to sort it out. You can attempt a medicine check as well.
I don't have it trained.
Or you... Oh, you don't have it trained, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you can still help, so you can take the help action.
Okay, I'll do that.
For stabilizing, it's not a skill or trained only.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I'll help.
So then, what I'll say is unless someone like Castia or Astrogoth, if you have anything you want to do in the immediate aftermath, that would get to healing, it's your initiative.
No, there isn't really anything I can do, so.
Okay, Cassia, are you going to use a level spell, or
Yeah.
go ahead and throw out the healing then?
I just wanna.
Move in and pop the heal.
Yeah. Yeah, and then let me see what slots I have. Okay, we'll just do that.
Now, what I will say about the remainder of this space is there isn't anything that, if you move around the map, will affect narratively what is going to happen next. So if you'd like to, at this point, I have to use the restroom real quick. I know I don't typically plan for that to happen, but if you want to move around the map, you can. Take a look at the area, discuss amongst yourselves if there's anything that you want to do in this specific space. There are a couple of exits out of this area, but take a look around the area, see what interests you and what you think you want to focus in on. And then when I get back, we'll discuss. But there's no traps or anything that are going to catch you out in this section. So
A likely story.
I would say, and I would try to murder you if that were the case. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
all right, bear with me here for a second.
Have a
Why
good
can
poop.
I move the moonbeam?
Oh, I will.
Good luck.
Glint's going to make himself comfortable in the boat.
There's a boat.
Yeah, we
What do
came
you
in
do?
a
Yeah,
raft.
made it.
Oh, the
I made
raft.
it with my bare hands.
Oh, there's a tunnel.
I mean, I guess that's technically correct. Like, I made it with my bare hands and this hammer.
No, the hammer helped a little.
Yeah, but you wielded the hammer with your bare hands.
Yeah, you're right. This hammer is actually ridiculous.
Nothing over here.
Should have fabricated an anti-roper cannon.
I probably could fabricate a cannon, like realistically, like it's kind of.
Can you imagine, like,
it's
oh
kind
no,
of-
a roper, and then you just like shape stone and just delete the stone and stuff.
Yeah, like there's so many different situations where I'm just sitting there thinking through my head, like, what could I hit with this hammer right now to make like
Right.
some crazy shit happen? Because it's a really open, like, creative fucking window. Especially
You're like,
being
oh, I'm gonna
proficient with a couple of different like actual crafts.
Mhm.
I'm gonna dam up this flow of water and we're gonna leave. And in roughly 2 to 6 hours, this thing will be dead.
Yeah.
What were we looking for down here?
Everything.
for-
Now we
tunnel
can look
to
everywhere.
the place.
Right, we were looking
Yeah.
for some sort of
Oh yeah, to
Way
get
into
into
the
Sepulchre's
sepulchre's
barrow.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so it looks like the sewer goes in a couple of different directions. I don't know that these
It
little
looks-
alcoves are like doors, but there's this tunnel down south where Elizabeth is at, and then
So
down
there's
over.
down here and over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the giant whatever here in the center that I'm assuming smells really bad.
The
Okay.
cesspit.
From what I remember, we
Get in the
entered
pit.
the not the sewer, but the cavern, not the cavern.
From the
Mines.
pit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went sort of like this, right? To get to the sewers. We went southeast.
We want to go south east, yeah.
Okay.
So presumably we want to go down this tunnel here,
Okay.
but we don't know what's down here.
I mean, I really don't see anything crazy.
We may also want to find a safe-ish seeming spot for a short rest, because I imagine
that'd
there are
be
some
nice.
people that would like to spend some hit dice.
Yes.
A little bit.
Just a teensy bit.
Joe, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we should
Spending
probably
hit
rest.
dice.
Two ropers
Ju-
is really rough.
Judging people for wanting a rest.
No, I don't actually judge people for wanting to rest. I was that guy for a long time.
Oh God, there's. All right, we have a new DM.
Godzilla!
We're all dead now.
Right?
Just a
That's
bunch of
good.
damages rolling into chat.
That was a quick poop, man. Did you wash your hands?
He also turned into a cat.
Yeah.
I cast laser pointer.
It was super effective. He loves that laser pointer.
Little known fact: when I poop, I turn into a cat.
Yeah, right? That's
Get
what we
them
were
a
saying,
water
man.
As long as you wash your hands.
I lick them clean.
Oh.
Hot.
Good boy.
That's cat. Okay. So we looked around a bit.
Yeah.
Anything
Yes.
sparking the interest. So, of course, the sword and the chains. We discussed that, but
Oh yeah.
it's not a sword, rather. It's just a scabbard,
It's the scabbard.
and it has actually been kind of cleaned by the moonbeam that was kind of descending down on it in the chain. So the chains that were not directly in the beam kind of have like a grime to them, but the ones that were directly beneath that are kind of shiny and new.
Ooh, clean.
Just moonbeam the whole place.
Yeah. Is that how they clean the sewers? And
That would be recommended, actually.
Just a point of clarification, John. The two exits are the sewer basically continuing on down here to the south and then the southwest, but none of these like little alcoves are exits either.
Correct.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
only one of note that would be considered a exit, for lack of a better term, is where you're kind of looking, Orlandis. About 50 feet above you, well, actually about 30 feet above you, in that little alcove, there is a hole in the ceiling in that kind of rounded area, and directly above into that hole is a 50-foot over that rise. It looks like there might have been a ladder at some point, but it looks like it has long since rusted away or just been removed.
Okay.
But it looks like there might be like a porthole or manhole or something to that effect up at the top.
All right. Are there if I stand directly under the hole, is there like any type of structures that I could see from it or no?
No, so it's whatever's up there. It's well outside of your sight line, first of all. And then
Okay.
second of all, like it looks like there's no light coming in, so it's probably
Oh.
shut or closed off.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And this big center spot with the graphic, I'm assuming it's just, as I think Elizabeth said, a literal cesspool.
Yeah, so you can't measure out or kind of met out what the depth of it is, but your presumption is it's somewhere in between 50 and 100 feet deep. It does look like there's a swirl to the water here, and the water that you came in on seems to mostly come here and collect here. Some of it kind of runs off to the side, though, into the kind of eastern path.
Maybe there's a dead dragon at the bottom of this, too.
You can certainly enter in if you'd like. Do you have any questions like about the pool of water? Are you like scanning it for
Yeah,
anything?
kind
Do
of
it
just...
look like poop?
It does look like there's a bit of muck in it and kind of like a greenish material, but you're not sure if it's actually defecation or not. Go ahead and make a perception check, Cassia.
It's blue, so poop.
21.
So what you would notice is that there are mostly fish in this water.
Mm-hmm. Do they have 3 eyes?
No, they're not
Okay.
swimming. The fish that you do see are fish corpses that look like they've been bitten apart, ripped apart. They kind of match the same description as the fish that were found inside of the lake when the other part of the agitators went and dealt with the weird Kuatoa that came up to the surface during the night.
So, probably a safe bet that either they come through this way or stuff is collecting here from wherever they're chomping down elsewhere.
You are privy to make whatever assumptions you would like.
They're further north, and their runoff is coming down south into the hole.
There are the 4 columns down here, like the 4 columns up where the second roper. Are there chains and stuff here?
No
Or
chains here. These are just regular, good old-fashioned pillars. Look like they're support structures that have been put in place with purpose. Yeah.
So you said there was like a sword and a scabbard?
No, just a scabbard.
Interesting.
A chain that seems to be like holding a empty scabbard aloft.
I imagine it's like set up in a way to where there's like tension on the chains.
Yeah, 4 chains directly toward the middle, scabbard in the middle, kind of well held there. Even when the roper fell and hit them, it did not knock them out of joint. Like they remained neat.
Okay, can I sort of inspect this setup for any sort of like traps or arcane markings?
None of that.
Okay. Can I try to mage hand the scabbard out?
Looks like it's pretty well locked in there.
Okay. Can I spider climb up along the chains and try to actually pull the scabbard out?
So yeah, you can certainly try, but again, it looks like it's pretty well locked in there. It's not like they're just coiled around them and kind of seated neatly
That's
in
fair.
the chains. It looks like the chains have
I'm starting with obvious
No,
things.
gotcha. I just want to make sure you understand, so we're not misconstruing it here. The chains are not just kind of wrapped around it. It looks like they're actually like bound into the scabbard and are kind of holding it very much in a way that's not just tightly. It's kind of like it's a part of it.
I got you. That's very unusual.
To be sure.
Is there historically, can I recollect anything about a bound sword?
No, I mean, not really. The only one that kind of comes to mind is the Tales of the Mythorge, which was a sword that was bound high up in a mountain somewhere in Osiria, and you think you heard recently that there were tales that it was removed from its faceting and unleashed a horrible monster on the land.
Yeah, that sounds dumb. No idea who would do that.
Yeah, a bunch of idiots.
Okay. Glent makes a note of it and continues on. Where's everybody else?
down by the southern exit.
I can
How are we gonna get the boat here?
Boats stopped. It's pretty
Yeah, I
much
mean, we can.
blocked up on the north. You could definitely take and move it, but it won't fit into the passageway because again, it narrowed.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Don't-
that's right. Sorry.
And the water
I
is probably
definitely
not super deep.
propose we find somewhere to take a rest. Preferably a long one, but I could settle for a short one.
He looks good
Defensible.
over there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Start with that.
What's in this little alcove here?
Yeah, so we discussed it. It's the one with the up in the air, the hole in the
It's just
ceiling.
a hole a long way up into another open space.
Glint could
some kind.
spider climb up. See what's on the other side of the pothole cover.
Yeah, before we take a rest, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, you make it all the way up to the top, and yeah, it does appear to be barred off with some sort of metal sheet that's round, kind of holding it shut.
Is it like bound in place?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. There's nothing like blocking or holding it in place, but if you want to try and move it, you'd have to make a strength athletics check.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Can I assist from 50 feet away?
Negative. So
Really?
20?
So you try,
Okay.
and you struggle, and you try to kind of get an angle to kind of lift up, and it's just not working. You don't even get it to budge.
I mean, on the plus side, that means it's secure, so we don't have to worry about something like
Correct.
sneaking in that way.
Your guesstimate is that the metal and whatever material is above it probably is in the weight classification of somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500 pounds. So,
All right.
Nice and secure.
an athletics check could have shifted it, but yeah, you probably would have needed a crowbar to even get close.
I mean, I've got a crowbar, but we'll try that later.
Yeah, again, you need to try a lot, but it's just for shifting, not so much for moving. But yeah, you come on down and explain it all.
Great.
Another thing is, before coming to join everybody else, Glint would have gathered up all his weapons.
Sure.
And we're taking a short rest for sure.
For sure.
Okay. Spend hit dice at your pleasure, and then somebody roll me d20.
Not it.
I'll roll the d20. 19. I'm sorry if that's bad, everybody.
So Cassia, the duration of the time here will cause the bardic inspiration die to fall off, obviously.
I used it on the moonbeam, so
That's right. Okay, well, I just had the red dot there, so I just wanted to make
so
sure.
that's what that was. I couldn't remember. That's what.
You are passively perceptive enough to hear kind of a loud splashing sound coming from the north, kind of the large pool area. You then hear 3 more splashing sounds that kind of follow it, and then kind of like a slapping sound that sounds like someone walking around with like either webbed or like flappy feet.
Mm.
I'll kind of scoot over to.
So you're not checking out; you're just moving away from it.
I'll look around the corner.
Okay.
Do I see any?
You have pretty high dark vision, so if you want to pop one corner over, you should be able to see what you see about 4 Kuo-toa. Looks like they're kind of dressed in a different kind of styling. Like they're a different like profession than the ones you fought to the north. But it does look like they have similar kind of what you would presume are like group markings. They don't appear to be hiding from your dark vision or have the means to do so. And it looks like they are heading north. They are starting to move up the canalway in this fashion.
Okay. Once I see them heading north, I'll come back to the group and quietly tell them that there were more of the fish people up north, up there. It looks like they're heading the way that we came, but they're definitely around here, so be careful.
The only difference that you would note, well, the other difference that you would note with them is they appear to be wielding these very strange-looking spears that have like crescent moon shapes on the side of the head of the spear, and the crescent moon shapes have these barbs on the interior. All right. If you,
Like,
Interesting.
need a new spear.
if you keep mindful
All the spears.
and pay attention, what you will eventually hear is kind of this loud, kind of like stone-like dragging sound. And if you do peek out to see what's happening, you would see that it looks like they have embedded their spears and kind of latched these manacles or these shackle kind of spikes on the sides onto the roper corpse and are currently dragging it towards the large pond as a team effort.
Great.
You then see a head pop up. This head appears to have a bunch of like different corals and like stalagmites kind of like growing out the top of its head, but you recognize that it too is a Kukuatoa. Just a bit more, you don't know if it's like kingly or, you know, it definitely
It's
has,
important.
It's got shit on its head. Yeah, it's important. But you see it appear kind of looking at it and then and kind of gesturing. You can't really make out what it's saying, even if you did understand it. And then they kind of push the thing in. You see this very large blue hand appear above the roper corpse, latch onto the thing, and start pushing it down into the water. It seems to be the machination of the one with the stuff on its head.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I was going to ask if it looked like a magic.
Yeah, it looked like
effect,
it did some kind of weird thing with its hands underwater. And then all four kind of jump in, splashing into the water and swimming down, following the glowing blue hand down into the depths.
Well, I think we found the source of them.
Yeah.
Didn't Albrecht or somebody want to know where they were coming from?
Yes, but I think this is well above our pay grades.
We're getting paid?
I am not.
No, it is a term of speech.
Oh, like the people that sell their swords.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I still don't understand how that would be helpful in a fight. Okay, yeah, they're just there were a lot.
The term sellsword is not actually selling your swords. It is more selling your proficiency with the sword.
Oh,
To do harm.
so
or
why don't
defend.
so why don't they call them sell harms?
That is a good question. We would have to ask a scholar of some sort.
We don't. Balgar, do you know?
No.
Just relaxing, sitting on the steps, crunching on his rations. No.
Anyway, the fish went down with they took one of the rovers. There was the one with that made a giant hand show up like bigger than yours, Glint, a big one, and it went down into the pool. That's where they came out of too. So if we want to get rid of them, that's where we need to go. But I don't. There were a lot.
If anybody wants to make an Arcana roll, you can. But if you know out of character, you know in character.
Yeah, it's Bigby's hand.
Yeah.
Do we have to be trained?
If you have Arcana trained, you would know it, I'd say.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Can we make the roll without? Big train?
It's not that terribly important because Glenn
Okay.
will explain it to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the turbo mage hand.
exactly. It's a colossal fist of force.
It's a powerful
is-
spell. It's a fifth level
It is. It
a
is
very
advanced
powerful spell.
magic.
So perhaps we don't
leave.
fuck with that.
We should leave here
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Keep heading south.
This route
then?
is not viable.
I mean, we can keep going south. We don't have to go back up.
That's true. But I imagine the deeper we go, the deeper into the Kuatoa's territory we will be.
We already came this far. We're trying to find a way in. So
I'm beginning to feel that even if there were a path through these tunnels to get to the barrow, the perils involved.
Not really sure that going back north is safer though.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Clint. I know you're scared, but remember I killed that dragon and I got us out of there okay, and I patched it. We'll be fine. I'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Yeah. We got the girl. She's good.
And did you see the moon on the land cone?
Sure clean things up there.
Land.
Don't worry. I got you. And she'll pat you on the back helpfully.
So, John, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
So, my telekinetic movement, it specifies size but not weight.
Okay. It's not going to be able to move the door above you.
The cover? Okay.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
I
I
think.
say go south.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say south.
Got 2 for south,
South seems good.
South.
4 for south. That's enough. That's going to be a vote.
Sorry,
Unless
Chad.
anybody who has other decisions wants to try and continue to argue for not south.
Well, the only thing I could potentially do would be if I was to summon that ghost, I could have it go through the door and then try to hit it up for information, but...
I suppose it's best if we just continue on. And
Okay.
hopefully find a way out. But you should understand that if we continue on, our priority should be finding an exit further on.
As you will note, there are 2 sides of the canal that head south. Are you going to all stay on one side, or do you want to split the group into 2 sections of 3, or 1 section of 2, 1 section of 4? However, how do you want to march?
I think we should probably be on either side.
Glint is going to be on top of the canal.
Okay.
So in the middle.
Yeah, on top in the middle,
Oh, right, on like the ceiling.
right. And he's going to be
Spooky walking
moving
upside down.
stealthily. He basically wants to try to discreetly operate separately from the rest of the party, so that if something does come along, the rest of the party will catch its attention first.
The better part of Valor. Okay. Balgart, which side do you want to be on? Joe?
The left side's the party side.
Ashgoth's like, okay, well, that's not...
I'm gonna be with my my
Bard.
partner in crime over here.
2
No,
bards.
I'm not your partner in crime. That's wow. Okay. Damn.
Girls over here, boys on that side.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
Wow.
Could have picked the side with a girl that thinks she's a dragon slayer. Okay, I see how it's gonna be.
We're starting our own band
I don't
over
know,
here,
Leslie
man.
saw you kill the dragon.
Well,
2 bards in a tin can.
We're gonna
Yes.
be the coolest.
All right.
Guards, any tin can.
Moving us to the next section. and snapping. And
Oh.
is everybody
Do you
seeing?
need me to roll
Oh,
stealth?
I know what's happening. Hold on.
I can't see shit.
No, I don't.
Story of my life.
Do I have light on me or a torch?
Bear with me here.
Can't remember.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure you have light.
We see okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So after about 100 or so feet of traveling, and it feels like there's kind of a veering to the left a bit in the tunnel, but not a massive one. You come to a point where it opens up to a four-way passage. It looks like there's a bowl in the center segment, and there's a bit of water that's kind of flowing northwards. So it's flowing against where you're coming from. It's flowing towards the big bowl to the north. In this space, however, there's a bit of a churn in the bowl because it looks like it's flowing up north, but it looks like it's receiving water from three different other areas, from directly across from you to the south, from the east and the west. Orlandis, as you come along the side there, you'll note that there is a massive iron gate, and it looks like it's slammed down in such a way that there's a bottom kind of metal sheet that goes all the way down and touches the canal way. So not a lot of water is coming through, just a very small little bit on the sides.
Mhm.
And you can see through the gateway, and it looks like there is a tunnel that continues on. If you had to venture a guess, this is probably the most likely passageway to head towards the sewer systems and tunnelways that are underneath the town, and then, ergo, underneath Enbarrow.
Yeah.
But it looks like it has been sealed.
Okay. Now, is this area right here, is it steep or shallow?
It's very shallow.
Okay. Could one walk over
Yeah.
to the other side? Okay.
Just like a small little, like maybe half an inch of water that you'd be stepping in to kind of walk across. But on the other sides, it's a bit deeper.
Okay. Alright, so I'll step across to go over here
Okay.
and look for stalactites and or fish. People.
You see neither.
Okay.
Yeah, you do see what looks like kind of a yellow kind of staining on the ground here.
Mm-hmm.
And it also looks like it kind of has a bit of kind of orangey yellow kind of bits of material that are flowing in the water, and some of you can actually see them now that they're kind of being highlighted in the swirl.
Does it look fresh?
Um,
Or would I have to get a closer look to be sure?
You can certainly kind of like try to examine it more thoroughly, but because it's kind of moving, and this kind of northbound waterway is a little bit faster than the other currents, it doesn't seem that you're able to kind of just off a hand kind of understand what it is.
Try to
Okay.
fish it out with your spear.
Can I?
What if he
I
does
just-
it? What if he does it on hand? instead
I'm
of
just
off?
gonna slowly creep down this way until I hear or see fishmen or stalactites slurping.
Do you have dark vision, or are you working with a torch?
Working with a torch.
So go ahead and move on.
If
Just,
he's going off on his own and other people are staying behind, since Cassia feels like it's her charge to kind of protect the people that have been with the agitators since she was there, she'll kind of follow along behind a little ways.
So what I will note is, as you're kind of passing by with a passive perception, and Lose and Astrogoth, Glint and Balgar, everyone's kind of noticing. There's also yellow staining here, and Lose, you'd see that there's also yellow staining here. Chad, go ahead and make an Arcana roll, because you're a monster hunter.
I thought you were
Goddamn
calling
right
him
I
a
am.
monster.
You have no idea what the staining means, but it definitely looks like some sort of track. It doesn't look like it's just a natural flow of material. It's something to you makes you think like this is some sort of track.
Hmm.
Okay. And Orlandis, do you want to come around the corner or no?
I was just gonna stop here to get a closer inspection on the yellow muck, and then head back to the party.
As you kind of step out to the yellow monk and kind of have your torch and are kind of looking down at it, you hear what sounds like a sound, like someone was pushing, Jello into a sink full of water.
Oh,
Oh no!
okay.
Oh no!
It's an interesting description, but
Mhm.
We
What
should
What
have
does that
left.
sound like?
It might give the
We
game
should
away. It's
have
kinda like
left.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't
That's
know if
great.
my sound came through. Sometimes it cuts when I try to do
It
It
didn't.
did cut
It
out the
didn't.
first time, but
Why'd you
the
put a
description
whole
worked.
Jello in a sink of water, though? That seems wasteful.
Because we're
It
playing
does.
Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. So then, yeah, your boy's gonna head back over here to the group.
Okay.
You look a
Gonna
little
head back.
spooked. Is everything okay?
Cast, yeah, as he's kind of moving up in that way, you see what appears to be a yellow fluff of material kind of come up to where he was and start kind
Okay.
of moving on the stone
Mhm.
and then kind of slip back into the water.
Oh,
We should be careful about. I don't think it's all water.
Yep.
Okay. If the two of you
Okay,
move back
we're
out of the
gonna
way,
go back.
it's fine. It's gonna.
I mean, it is a sewer.
we're gonna go back over here.
Can I
Go.
do an Arcana roll based on the
Yeah.
things that are going on and watching Clint take a good long look at the yellow stuff?
Yeah. Well, he's a monster hunter, so the difficulty check or the class is going to be a little bit lower for him. But yeah, 10's not going to do it. You also aren't sure. But with your stone cunning, what I will grant you is that whatever the material is, it seems to be actually burning away at the stone a bit. It looks like
Oh.
this has since kind of like become more benign, but it looks like it's there was an acidity to it.
Yeah, I'll point that out.
You have no idea.
Definitely not water.
True.
Will that ring any bells for Glint?
No.
It's certainly ringing bells for me.
We got no bells down here, dog. Nobody can hear us die.
So, for my clarification, John, since
Yeah.
I can't actually see it on the map, there was a yellow smear where Orlandis was, but there are in other locations too, correct?
Yeah, you should be able to see them here. And
I,
here.
okay, I kind of see a tint on the tiles. I just wasn't sure if.
Isn't there one right here too?
The tiles are tinted, and a couple of them look like they're kind of broken a bit.
Okay. Okay.
I would be, now that we're away from where you were at, Orlandis, I would just be careful near those smears, because when you turned around and you walked away, there was a thing that reached for where you were at.
I want to make sure
I
we're
see.
covering a couple other people here real quick. So, Astrogoth, looks like you kind of moved up but didn't follow after Castia and them. Is there anything you want to ask about the door, the pool, the bars that you can see that are blocking the waterways, anything like that?
no, I'm just kind of staying back and observing, and I don't really have any questions at this point.
Good. And Lose?
No, I really don't have anything because we want to go through here, but there's no like lever or anything, right?
Doesn't look like there's any mechanism that you can see.
What was the door made out of? Or, I mean, Cassia's not savvy, but
Sure. So
metal, stone.
Balgar would note that it's made out of steel.
We do have those shards, but I want to save them.
Can you turn it into a raft?
Nope.
The hammer's once a day, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, for fabricate?
Mm-hmm. Or is it 4 times? I feel like I wrote 4 times down in my spell book. I don't know why. No, I didn't. It's just a level 4 spell. 1 a day, yep.
Don't suppose that Thor would have any sort of
A number of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus.
Oh. That's more than 1.
I'll pin it.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna. Let's see. Orlando's already went down this way,
Yeah,
right?
stopped a bit after a little travel and then came back.
I guess I'll go down this way.
So, as I said, the water's kind of flowing against your passage here. You would see across the waterway there appears to be a staircase that leads down at that point there.
This one.
Yeah. And you would see also a bridge, and to the right of the bridge, it looks like there's just a dead end space, but you kind of hear what sounds like water cascading. And when you come around the way there, you would see that there's a hole, and the water seems to kind of just mire over it, and you can hear it falling into a cavity at the bottom of this kind of cul-de-sac of a canal there.
Right there.
Yeah.
So it goes further down then.
Yeah, the water kind of comes towards the end there, and then it kind of just is cascading down. And it's not a heavy flow of water or anything, so the water's like fall is more sounding like a trickle over the edge than like a loud kind of rush of water.
So if I went down there and looked over at the edge.
Yeah, you're not gonna get flustered by the or like knocked off your feet by the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can look into it. It's just even with your dark vision, it looks like it's a deep dark hole. Looks like it's got pretty solid 10-foot wide structuring, and it looks like it's kind of naturally kind of broken apart at parts where you can see the water kind of hitting against the stone and kind of shearing it over time.
Right. All right. Well, the staircase looks interesting.
Okay. While she's moving around, anybody else doing anything?
Glint is gonna continue moving along the ceiling quietly.
That makes sense. So
He's gonna
I will
move,
note,
basically explore this passage down here.
not that it's terribly important because you can kind of just go around them, but these bars that you're seeing here, they go from floor to ceiling.
Oh.
How big is the gap in between them?
Not big enough for anybody here to move through them.
Okay, so Glint can basically go. Oh, but the side passageways are open.
Right.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Glint moves down here. Do you need me to roll stealth?
No.
Okay. All right. Oozes have blindside, don't they?
Yeah, they don't give a shit. All right, stop there for a second. Orlandis, you're moving across the bridge. Cassia?
I will continue to follow Orlandis.
Okay. Balgar, looked like you're kind of going the same direction as Glint, just not as fast.
Not as fast.
Astrogoth, are you hanging with your bard buddy?
Yeah, sorry. I
No
stepped away for a second.
It's okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, then here comes the fun. Much to your surprise, or probably not to your surprise, you're on the ceiling in this space, and what I will note is as you're making your way down, kind of coming around. And sorry, I apologize. These stairs go. My brain is. They go. They do go down, but not at like a huge gradient. Like it's not like a huge difference in height. Maybe about like 2 or 3 feet. So it's kind of like a low height steps. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
The ceiling in these spaces, unlike the ceilings in the first chamber, are only about 20 foot high. And the sound that you heard earlier of a large amount of jello being shoved into a sink of water reverses. It basically does the exact opposite of what that was. But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and have everybody roll initiative.
Cassidy,
I will take
do you-
Orlandus's. Yeah,
Okay.
and you have advantage.
I will as well.
You're not close enough. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
You
you're
gotta
gonna
be
go-
right
Oh,
next
okay.
to me.
I'll roll then.
Sorry. Alright,
I'm
cool.
just out of range of that.
Yep.
It's alright.
It only goes to 15.
Yeah. You have a radius on you.
Oh, you can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
You've got a golden glow.
Oh,
Perhaps even an ochre glow. If not yet, soon.
All right. So, again, you're moving across. You're being very, very cautious, but it is very, very stealthy. Go ahead and make a perception check, Glint, so I don't 100% catch you because you said you were moving cautiously.
18.
It will not beat its stealth check. So yeah, it arises out of the water on initiative 7. So everyone is currently surprised, and then
So how high is the ceiling in this room?
it slams onto the ceiling and rolls up it, and its pseudopod flares out to kind of grasp a hold of you. 20 feet was the answer I gave a bit.
Okay.
My stuff is lagging. Oh, there it goes. So it will hit. It kind of whacks you against the side for a total of 6 bludgeoning damage and 4 acid damage. All right. And then you're all caught off guard in that first instance. It kind of, and you see it coming, but you're surprised during that first bit. You lose surprise. It rushes up to the top. It didn't have advantage when it smacked you, and it does so, and that's that. It goes to Orlandus. You hear a very loud, wet kind of, and yeah.
Okay. Don't know what's going on, but
Jello in the sink, but also hitting Chad in the face.
all right.
Oh, sorry.
Sounds like a couple college parties we went to, Chad.
I forgot I have to roll initiative to get on the tracker, even if I'm
That is
taking
true.
Orlandus's. So
Pretty sure that Jello was also slightly acidic.
If it was a college party, probably.
Jack full of fun.
Orlandus is going to keep going.
Okay. Love splitting the party.
15.
Their favorite pastime.
Shit. 20, 25, 30. Yeah, right there. Is there anything out of the ordinary here in this area?
No, just a couple more of those platforms. You would see that there's a metal sheet that goes from floor to ceiling. There, I just covered it up.
Over
You're
here.
able to see it, yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like it's not blocking off the water entirely. It's very similar to the metal passageway you saw before. It's near identical, just a different kind of color.
Okay.
All right. Is that it, Orlandus?
Yeah, that's it.
Cassia?
So I could hear something back that direction.
Yeah, it's also the direction that Lose is going. Seems like they're both connected.
Castro kind of like look back the way they came, the direction Orlandus went, and the direction Lose is going, and then decide to run or move down to here.
Go ahead and make a perception check, and let's say I owed you one. I forgot to have you roll it.
14.
Okay.
Oh, that is not the right thing.
Yeah, so you didn't notice it.
Double sixes.
Cassia did. Inside of this room, as you're kind of passing by it,
Mhm.
you do see that there's a very large lever in the center of the wall on the far side away from where you're at.
Oh, I
Okay.
poked my head in there.
Yeah, I know. You just kind of looked around and didn't see
Okay.
the
Yeah.
very large lever. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
It's all good. You were busy with something else.
I'm gonna say
Killing
that
chat.
we were kind of doing that, and then since we were kind of sequentialing them all at the same time, that was about the time the sound of the smack hit.
Okay. I'm not gonna go in and pull the lever while we don't know exactly what's happening right now. I kind of want to, but I'll see here. It's 20. Castia does not like to be in front.
You're up.
So, is it within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, it's on the side. It's basically lumped onto the wall, or the ceiling in such a fashion that it's kind of like directly over where it started.
Okay. Action disengage and bonus action try to move it 5 feet away from the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah.
DC 13
It
strength.
falls. It hits the water. It doesn't seem to have affected it much.
That's fine. It got the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the fuck away from it.
Okay.
So let me see. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You'll notice some flarings
Great.
from it behind you, but it doesn't seem to be directly giving phase. Clint, Dunn, Lose, you're up. If you're moving,
Having seen the creature now, can I identify it?
no, it's already too late for that.
Okay.
Lose, if you're moving south, you will
Yep.
see kind of a segmented
Oh.
section of what just happened. You see it falling from the ceiling and hitting the water, and then you see Chad's character Clint kind of spider climbing away from it towards kind of angle to the right. You do notice that it doesn't seem to have been affected too horribly by the fall. The water there is a little deeper in its space there, and it seems to be kind of flashing its like pseudopods out in Clint's direction. I don't know if you're familiar with. There's a worm that shoots its proboscis out in like these kind of weird strands. That's what I kind of imagine the pseudopod is like. It's just these kind of nasty kind of flarings of like a slightly lighter colored ochre kind of trying to reach out and
Delicious.
grab him.
Yeah. Great.
You are, but it looks like Glint is retreating. So
Yeah.
whether or not you want to follow suit is entirely up to you.
Got some arrows to lose.
Okay, that'll hit.
Great. Ooh, and then I'm gonna. So that's 6.
Yeah, it hits. It looks like it does kind of pierce the kind of penumbra of the thing and cause it to leak a bit. But you also notice the arrow kind of is inside of it and is like sizzling away.
Yeah.
And is gone.
Right.
Second
I'm
shot will hit as well, and same thing happens to the arrow. And
Cool.
looks like
And
it's
then I'm gonna.
Ah, ribbon worms.
Yummy.
don't you dare post a picture of them or a gif of them
Please don't.
anywhere.
I know what they look like. I don't want to see them again.
We do not need that. Okay. Lose done. Balgar, it does sound like combat. You see Glint running and retreating, so probably want to avoid.
You all right? I guess that's pretty much all I would see. I kind of like saw and heard a struggle in the distance, but
Yeah.
watching him run back to me, and that I ask, "Are you all right?"
Ah, it's some sort of slime or ooze. It burns.
As he says that, you kind of see the flarings of the pseudopods, and they kind of snap back away from the corner as it takes shots. And then, Lose, as you're retreating, you see the like ribbons kind of moving over to the other side towards you.
Mhm.
So give it a bit more of a the thing kind of effect.
Yeah.
No dog tongues, but yeah, same kind of effect.
Right.
But Balgar, do you want to do anything besides?
Nope.
Okay. Astrogoth, similarly, you watch that conversation play out.
Sure do. If I wanted to move here,
So this doesn't really have like a ledge to it. It's kind of just a straight wall, but it's kind of angled at the bottom.
okay, I wasn't sure. I figured it was something like that because of the fog of war. I'll stay back.
Okay. Do you want to ready anything?
Yeah, I'll prep the Doot Dude if something comes around the corner.
Preemptive duty. Alright.
Yep.
It will do a thing. That sound that you originally heard, you hear it again. Orlandis? It sounds like people are causing a commotion behind you.
Yeah, I'll start heading back that way.
Okay. I'll go ahead and shift it into Castia.
I assume from where Lose shot, I could see that she was shooting an arrow in.
Yeah, she posted up on the edge of that
Okay.
canal, Legolased into it, and then darted back into the
Okay.
You see nothing. You can make a perception check if you'd like.
As an action or just
As
from.
an action, yeah.
Oh. I guess, yeah, because if I don't do that, I'm not going to be doing anything else. So, yeah, I don't see shit. So I'm just going to happily walk my ass back up this way.
Hey, that was my perception earlier.
Yeah, you're cursed.
And-
Good.
Hell of a contagion.
Flint draws his short bow and then moves back around the corner. He's being like extra careful. Basically, his action is ready to shoot as soon as he sees it. Did he hear that sound of like the thing going in
everybody
the water? Yeah, he knows where it's at. So he's gonna wait like right here.
Okay.
And he's just pointing at the water.
Alright. Lose.
Guess we'll move back forward.
Don't see
Where'd
anything.
it go?
If you'd like to make a perception check, you can.
Alright. Maybe I'll be better this time. 15?
Don't see it. Definitely, one thing you can confirm, it doesn't appear to be where it was, where you last left it.
Right.
So it doesn't seem to be here.
Alright. Well.
Everybody slowly looks up. No, it's not. It's not. That would be fun. I did that with Valhanoth in the Sunday game. That was fun.
Yeah.
I still want to use that monster.
It's
They
really
sound
cool.
really fun.
Okay. So reading in action, or so you use your perception check. Sorry. That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm gonna
Get back. All right.
go
Follow
back.
around.
Don't see anything.
You see Glint kind of marching forward, crossbows in hand,
No, short bow.
short bow in hand.
I'm chilling.
Okay. You want to ready a sharp note, or
Yeah, already a sharp note if I see a hostile creature.
okay? Astrogoth, same dudes for firing.
Yeah, though I want to move here so that way I want to essentially get into a better position. So
Angling.
if it comes from either direction, I'll be able to try to do that.
So you're kind of holding the dudes like you got like one instrument in one hand and one instrument. in
Yeah, have
the
you ever
other.
seen that that German streamer who he plays? He has two flutes and he plays them with his nostrils. That's sort of what I'm doing. I'll get a picture.
I love that. Okay. What I'll say here is at the bottom of the initiative is you're pretty certain, Glint and Lose, that it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So we can continue with the initiative tracking, or we can remove ourselves from it.
I'd say we stay in the initiative because everybody's still on alert, and Glint's gonna start using his actions to try and find it.
Sure, that's great. It's taken its turn, so I can guarantee you that that check will fail. So that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Orlandis, your initiative.
Orlandis is gonna go this way. 20, 25, 30. Not there specifically, but there.
Yeah.
And this is the room where it all happened.
You see Glint there, who very quickly kind of sees you like appear, and then kind of tediously kind of snaps back to what he was looking at.
I don't even know what we're looking for.
Right, you have no idea what we're fighting, or if we're fighting.
Yeah, but shield is out. Spear in hand. I mean, if something jumps out at him, sure.
Do you
He'll
wanna
take a
dodge,
smite.
or do you want
Oh, yeah. If
Ready
yeah, I'll
attack?
dodge. I'll
Okay.
dodge.
to Cassia?
I'll shout out about finding a lever. Should I pull it?
Yeah.
All right, one yes is good enough for me. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna pull that lever.
All
Pull
right.
the lever.
So bear with me here for a second. I'm gonna try to make this map thing work.
I apologize if I've killed all of us.
Pull the lever.
One person
Claw.
said yes. That's all I needed.
You're welcome.
I need Balgar to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
I'm swift. Don't worry.
How about that inspiration you've had for?
No, I used it on Zach
Oh, damn.
last
Oh,
week.
shit.
Tough break.
What'd you get?
I am not so swift. I got a 6.
All right. The large gate next to you. Bear with me here. Just delete that, I guess. And then GM info off that
Oh
onto
no.
the map layer. Slams open. It hits you in the back. It does 3 points of bludgeoning damage and knocks you on your feet. Actually, for that check,
You just got Skyrimmed.
I'm gonna say you'd have advantage because it's knocking you prone, so it just kind of hits you in the back. Bonk. You take 3
Ow.
damage.
You're fine.
I have no idea that I did that, but I do feel bad.
All right. Cassia done. Glint, you're up. You also hear the loud behind you, and it looks like the steel door has opened. Muted. Chat. You're still muted.
Muted.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. So, I'm sorry. Did the steel door come out of the wall?
No, the steel door opened.
What was it? This gate here?
This.
Yeah, the gate I was standing next to, right next to.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so it was kind of like parallel to where I'm looking, which is why I didn't see it there. So Balgar is on my side of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so watches the door swing out and he says, "Balgar, are you okay?" All right. Well, just be on your guard. This thing's still around here somewhere. Just not sure where. And then he's
What
gonna
thing? What was
this,
it?
This foul slime. He's gonna move forward. I guess he'll take the dodge action. Nothing?
What do you mean nothing? It's hiding. You're not using your action to perceive, so
No, I used my action to dodge, and I'm
Cool.
gonna move over here.
see nothing new. Well said.
Okay. Fuck, let's just firebomb this whole sewer and go home.
Just moonbeam it.
God, I miss Hezrod.
I heard Moonbeam it.
Like, where is it? I just cast fireball.
So-
We're just moving back this way.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna go ahead
then-
and pull us out of initiative since I think
That's
we've
it.
got the point. And I don't think Balgar or Ashergoth are going to come to a situation where they're going to find it out, and its turn is going to make it to where it needs to be away from you. So that said, in the immediate aftermath, I'll start with the bards. We'll go ahead and start with Ashergoth. You watch the door swing open, and then Cassia and Lose kind of coming up behind or beside you. and yeah, it looks like the door that leads to where you think you should go is open. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess would I be before they come up behind me? Would I have been the only person able to see down the hallway since it bumped Valgar?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm starting with you. So it looks like it's another tunnel way, just like the one that you kind of took to get to this point.
Gotcha.
It looks
Nondescript generic sewer hallway number 4.
100%. It looks like it goes on for a little while. It does look like the water that's coming in is now kind of coming in at a much kind of more rushed pace.
So as Cassia and Lose come up next to me, I kind of just mutter to them, more of the same.
Hey, at least it's in the right direction.
All right. If anybody has, any directionality they want to take, like we certainly.
I guess we should go that way. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm going.
Orlandis and Glenn.
Seeing that
Yeah,
there's
I'll follow the rest of the party.
there's no
Again,
threat
staying
from
on the
there.
ceiling, moving stealthily, and this time with my short bow at the ready to shoot anything.
It looks like once you kind of step through, you can be on the left or the right side, similarly to the last segment. That is the wrong thing. Bear with me here for a second. I apologize. My computer is being difficult.
How dare it?
How dare.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And what the heck? Where did the girls go?
Rolls.
I'm having fun today.
I believe in you.
I've always have. Okay. So as you kind of come into the space, you would see that the first thing that you kind of are looking at here is that water seems to be flowing in from two different points. Here, oh,
Darkness.
I can't see.
why is Roll20 doing this to me?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yay!
I can see.
Oh,
I
even
can
more
see
fun. Hold on.
clearly now. The rain is gone.
What?
The rain is most certainly not gone.
How can you see through?
No, because it's snowing. Yeah, I can see straight through that wall.
That is so weird.
Goofy.
Okay. Sure. Okay. I have no idea why that is the case.
We'll just ignore it.
Fair enough. So strange. Okay, so anyways, you do see that there's a bridge that kind of forces it to kind of move to one side. The waterway comes towards you. It seems to be being fueled by a source here and a source here. And in this kind of area where the waters meet, it looks like the waters to the south are moving a much faster pace, but are basically being slowed in this kind of churning here. It's kind of gunky looking mass like there, and before depositing into that way. It's almost like the water that's coming from the south is trying to push back the waters from the north in some way, shape, or form. You'd also notice that
Interesting.
there are markings on the wall here. And it looks like the markings in question appear to be intentional. It looks like someone took either like a dagger or a claw to the stone and put these intentional marks there. You do not recognize the language, or that it even is a language. It almost looks like it's some sort of sign or symbol.
Mm. Interesting. Guess just go forward.
Okay.
Can't read it.
All right.
I
Stop.
doubt it looks like anything that
Stop.
Castia has ever seen.
Stop there. As you kind of move towards the corner ledge, you feel the ground kind of sink about an inch, and you hear a very loud sound. It sounds like a massive clicking sound. What would you do in response to that? And it would happen right about where you're standing.
Probably hop back a bit.
Okay, well, don't actually move. It's just what you're
Oh.
intending. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 10.
Okay. A massive blade comes flying out towards you, slams into your chest, and throws you backwards. It then locks into place, slammed into the stone, kind of near where those markings were. And you take 18 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
But after it's triggered, it looks like the trap is stopped. For the more savvy, Astrogoth and probably Balgar, you would note that it looks like the trap can be reloaded, but it looks like it is now currently fired.
Understood.
All right, maybe I should take the lead here.
You think you can do better?
For keeping an eye out for traps and potentially disarming them, yes.
Fair enough.
You will note that the ceiling to the left is only about 10 feet high, and it looks like the ceiling to the right opens up to a massive, like 60-foot height, and it's domed. You're also looking at a very massive dome in the floor as well, so there's yet another big pool of water.
Ooh.
Willing to bet there are Kuatoa down there.
Oh no, till we find out.
Yes, well, that's one mystery I'd rather leave unsolved for now. Orlandis, would you mind if I borrow that torch?
Don't think Jonah's there.
Oh,
He said he'd step out for a bit.
oh, actually, I don't think it's a torch. I think somebody cast light on
Yeah,
the
it's on
shield.
his shield.
We're gonna go. Let's see. We're gonna go short sword and parrying dagger. If somebody would like to cast light on one of those.
Sure.
So starting. Thank you. So starting where Lose is, Glint is going to. I'm actively searching for traps.
Okay.
But I'm gonna head here, and then here.
All right.
I'm basically making my way down here.
Sure. What you will notice is that there is a massive pool of water. It looks like there are small bits of pink and kind of red and blue kind of floating inside of the water. As you're kind of looking at it and getting a bit more of a perspective on it, it looks like what would be known as offal. Looks like it's Kuatoa offal, and it also looks like it's people offal. So it looks like it is a mess and slurry of things that have been kind of ground into bits that is just kind of floating in the soup of this churning waterway.
I'm sorry. So is it like Kuatoa remains or Kuatoa leftovers?
It looks like Kuatoa remains.
Oh, okay. So he kind of considers it a moment, and then he looks back at Lose and he says, I stand corrected. It looks like Kuatoa were here.
So they're not anymore?
Well, they're, he kind of gestures, and he says, they're in pieces.
Well, that's better than alive, I suppose.
To shred,
Yes,
you
but
say.
we should also consider what did this to them.
Say that, probably it didn't help. Kind of nods to the trap that really fucked her up.
Sorry, one other thing you would note.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, if you're on the phone. What you would notice, though, as you kind of step into the space, is there does appear to be something there. Up on a kind of high platform with steps leading up to it. Looks like a treasure chest of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
The water that's flowing into this space, coming from here, looks like it's very heavy. Kind of moving in like a pretty heavy pattern. The water on the south side looks like it's an overflow, so the water is actually coming from the large pool and kind of slowly going off in that way. And then, of course, the water is coming at a pretty decent rush underneath the bridge you're standing on.
Right. All right. I think we'll just keep going across the bridge.
Okay. And the bards?
Okay.
Slowly making their way up as well.
Yeah.
Castia?
Yeah, I'll continue on that way too.
Okay. So it definitely looks like there's a pass to the north, but you would have to kind of walk it in the liquid. It's not terribly deep, probably about thigh high for the shortest of the party.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm just giving everybody an idea of where we're at.
That's not bad. That's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It'd probably be about knee high for everyone else. So that waterway wouldn't be too hard to traverse. This space, however, very, very deep. This space, however, also deep, probably more like chest height for the waterway here. Oh, you're not seeing my pings. Hold on.
Yeah.
Deep, about knee height, about chest height for the dwarf, and then this waterway is narrow. It's maybe like 6 inches.
Yeah. Oh, a good 6 inches.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. I'm about to traverse your waterway.
All right. Well, I need everybody else to leave the call. Let's get it on. Okay. So, anywho, treasure chest, waterway that would require some swimming, waterway that does not require swimming, and also has passages on its side.
Treasure chest.
Like I said, Glent is making his way over to the treasure chest. He's perceiving for traps and danger the whole time.
Okay. You can go ahead and make either a perception or investigation check.
God damn it.
Kind of scanning it out. There really doesn't look like there can be anything that would be, it's just a chest sitting out on its own. There's nothing that seems to be mechanism-wise capable of causing any problem.
I'm sorry, could I investigate the root and the chest separately?
No.
Okay.
I'm also going that way.
So Glenn will be about here. He's checking out the chest. Is it locked?
Okay. So as you kind of move down and step to in front of it, Lose, you kind of follow behind or no?
Yeah.
You
The
hear
base of the stairs.
kind of a glistening sound, almost like a sparkling, kind of manifest beneath you as you're kind of touching the ground. You don't know what that means, but looking at the chest, you don't even get the chance to kind of touch it yet before that sound starts to manifest. Do you respond to the sound? And if so, how?
Is it reminiscent of the sound
Just-
when I tried to grab? Oh, I
just-
dive down the stairs.
Okay, you dive down the stairs. Okay, and Lose, it doesn't seem like it's, terribly close to you, but you do hear it because you have elvish ears.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a response that you want to kind of take into effect?
Catch me.
Yeah, guess I'll catch Glenn.
Okay. Well, the sound manifests as the stone beneath you reshapes itself and spikes lash upwards from it in a sudden but violent kind of jutting. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Clint. Okay. So the spikes barb you, and as you're kind of moving down the stairs, it seems your movement actually causes a bit more damage as well. You take a total of 11 points of piercing damage as you make your way down the steps and into Lose's waiting grasp.
Protective field.
Okay, so what I will state is it's from 2 separate effects. So I gave you the total. So 6 will block the first 5, and then the 4 will actually take precedence after that.
Okay. I mean, compared to how he was looking earlier, he's still looking pretty good.
Lose looks pretty messed up. She's still got a big old just across her chest.
Well, we have potions.
You make your way down the steps. It looks
Do
like
we?
whatever is kind of present there, the spikes, seem to be lingering.
Did they destroy the chest, or were
They
they?
did go through it in all sorts of directions, yes.
Did it look like it destroyed the chest?
Nope.
It looked like the chest was sort of designed like that. So what I'm saying is, did the chest have holes that were
Make an
there,
intelligence check.
or would this be more of an Arcana thing because it's an illusion?
Make an intelligence check.
You do pretty good.
Jesus fuck!
Man, those are some
Malika is trying to kill me.
those are some clean cuts.
I'll come up and heal Lose a little bit. Probably not going to be a lot, but
It's alright. It's better than 4.
yeah, that is actually good. Hey,
That's great.
Yeah, Glent is going to use his psionic recovery and also his second wind.
Cool. I see you there, Orlandus. Do you want to try anything crazy here since the others
Nah,
are healing
no,
themselves?
the crazy is all gone.
Okay. I mean, are you looking at the situation? Kind of scanning?
Yeah,
Interpreting?
he's just
Go ahead,
he's just like,
make an intelligence check.
oh sure, yeah, no, I'm definitely okay at that.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, so you definitely realize that the spikes came up out of the ground and are kind of touching against the treasure chest in a way that is not physically possible. There is no way that that treasure chest is a physical thing. As you kind of stare at it, you disbelieve that it's a physical object at all. It's probably some sort of illusion.
Cool. Orlandus is just gonna make his way past everyone and sort of just go into the knee-high water,
Oh,
right?
no, that's chest high.
Chest-high water. So he's gonna,
Wade in there.
yeah, he's gonna wade and then get out the other side and go look
Okay.
over here, yonder-esque.
Alright. Making a bit of noise, we would agree.
Yeah, because heavy armor and
Stop
whatnot.
for a second. Right there. Make
Yeah.
a perception roll.
I got you.
Depending
Right.
on what you get will determine whether or not you make that last step or not.
Okay. 9.
Yeah.
You
can
make that last step.
I'll make that last step.
Hell yeah.
Not
Else, no.
realizing that a very large sound and a very cloaked creature maneuvers as if it were a part of the tunnel itself. And
Gross.
as you come to see what it is,
It's a
place it
ghost.
as a token.
Oh shit. Oh,
It seems to just
Oh,
That's-
no.
from nowhere. Like,
That's
how
a big
could it
boy.
have gotten there? It must have been hanging there the whole time.
sorcery.
You would see that it has a chitinous plating around its body, a number of small legs that have kind of maneuvered it to its position, a number of strangely kind of just annoyingly familiar kind of tendrils on its face.
Mm-hmm.
Its mouth appears to be just filled with razor sharp teeth, a pair of very harsh looking mandibles kind of to the sides, and you can see the glow or kind of sheen of what appear to be kind of like very large jelly like eyes socketed inside of its head. It sees you and you see it. It doesn't catch you off guard per se, you're not surprised, but you obviously would never have willingly gotten this close to it had
Yeah.
you known it was right around the corner.
I don't even like how close I am to it.
So that said,
Mm.
bear with me here. Dark vision 60 feet for Astrogoth, right?
Let me double check.
Okay. And Cassie, you were focused on the treasure chest, so I didn't even grant you a perception check.
Yep, 60.
Okay, so it's just outside of your dark vision. Cool.
What's just outside my dark vision?
That's a fair statement. That's
Yeah, good one.
more than, and you know, it's a good enough joke to get inspiration.
Wow.
I didn't see nothing.
I feel like every time I ask you guys if you have inspiration and nobody has it,
It had been tight for the first few sessions. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
to be
trying
fair,
be a
and-
bit more lenient. So feel free to pun it up there, Elizabeth. It's
Oh God, what have you done, John?
what have I re-funny?
Do you know what you're asking for?
Yeah, what are you doing?
In the
Well,
What
remember the
Remains
day.
game, I felt like I was handing out inspiration.
Yeah.
every left
So-
and right.
I will let you know that this one will probably not retreat like the jelly did. So be.
I
prepared
figured.
here
I
for
figured as much.
a
Yeah.
bit more
Yeah.
not fun. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
don't
Should
know.
I just
Great time to be.
delete myself from the game now, or should I wait?
That's cowardly, Jonah. Don't do this.
See how it goes. Okay. Initiative.
We got this. I got 17 hit points.
Do I have advantage on initiative, or do I have to be right next to you, Cassia?
It's no, it's a thing that we apply at the end of every combat just to not have to do it, and it lasts until the next initiative roll. So you do have.
That's awesome. Okay,
That's
cool.
why it's just
I got a
understood that it's
24.
always on you, because it
Whew.
would be a pain in the butt to say that every single time.
That's fine.
Yeah,
how
I'm
did
okay
how
with
is
that.
that a 9? What?
Sorry, I'm gonna re-roll
it
and put myself on
rolls-
the tracker.
Okay, it rolls advantage already.
Well,
I'm
you
sorry.
have to be rolling anyways because you're not close enough to get the Orlando's.
Yeah, I know. I didn't click on my token, so I had to go in to.
1,
Adjust
2,
it.
3, 4. Who am I missing? Bard and
Bard.
Bard.
Oh, yep.
2 times the Bard.
They're both
Bard.
And I think
bards.
they're both stacked on the same square too.
No. Oh wow, we are. How did that happen?
No. Oh yes.
Okay, here we are.
So everybody's like fighting and stuff and dealing with spike traps, and they're just kissing back there.
2 bards in a trench coat.
What type of band is this?
A one-man band.
Whoa.
2 bards sitting in a
It's a
sewer 5 feet
band.
apart because they're not gay.
We're not a dwarf or a bugbear. We're a giant. Okay. Cool. Because the long coat, 2 people standing on top of each other. Great. So Orlandus, you'll be first. If you're not Orlandus, you are surprised for the first combat round.
Nice. Oh Jesus. Okay. Octavius, grant me strength. We're gonna disengage, and we're gonna run. And as I'm running, I'm just gonna shout, "It is a big bug! Help!"
Glint done. Castia done. Lose done. So what you do see is a massive, like, centipede covered with plates, for lack of a better description, just slide along the wall like so. It's actually on the wall, not like on the ground.
We're talking like ceramic plates or like plastic plates?
I'm talking like
Paper
like iron
Paper plates?
Yeah. And as it kind of
Made out of straw.
Little
flies
picnic.
forward, it's going to actually doesn't even need to go that far, so it probably wouldn't. It's going to lash tentacles at you because I apparently have a fetish.
That checks out.
If it works for you, go for it.
Tentacle
It works,
flare out,
man.
slam into the back of Orlandis as he's running and yelling. It hits. You'll take 9 points of poison damage. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 9, and then come on. 15.
Failure. You are poisoned for 1 minute, and as long as you have this poisoned condition, you are paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the poison on a success. The DC is 16. Because you are moving forward, you are standing at the edge, I'm going to have you roll a D100. If you roll low, you'll fall into the water. If you roll high, you'll just fall.
Your spear
into
falls in the
face.
water. Oh.
6.
So you fall into the water, and due to the current, will be pushed kind of out into the middle.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Do I, did I gasp for air? Or am I just...
Did you?
Yeah, I would assume there would have been like a gasp as the sting hits.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're heavy and in armor, so you're probably safe.
Yeah. I think.
Ashriel.
Not great.
First round!
Damn. Definitely,
I cast swim better on Orlandis.
There's your next DM skill book there, John.
Yeah, there
Swim
you go.
better. First level spell. 24-hour duration. Advantage on swim check.
I guess we'll
Reduces-
just open up
reduces
the
weight.
acoustic artillery.
Sorry, I apologize. This is still a surprise round. I'm sorry.
Oh, you are indeed correct.
Astragoth, Balgar, then Orlandis. So this is the
Ooh.
first round of yours. You are submerged. What's your con modifier?
4.
So that means you have a breathing time because of the gas of
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Nice.
So this is the first round of 50. At the
That's
end of
a
the
lot.
round, go ahead. Well, you're only paralyzed for a minute, so you'll probably be fine. But go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
Still poisoned, so you will, at the end of your turn, sink further. I will say that
Okay.
you sank probably 20 feet in the first,
Oh,
or
Okay.
10 feet in the first, 10 more feet in the second. So you're not at the bottom yet. As you're floating through the water, though, you kind of see the face of a Kuatoa kind of pass
Oh.
by your paralyzed face. And you realize
Scary.
that it's connected to nothing. Like the head was just completely bit off.
Oh. Okay. That's a little better, but
Or
still
not-
worse.
Sorry, not the
Is
head was
it?
bit off. The opposite. The rest of
Oh.
it was bit off.
Okay.
Orlandis done. Lint, yeah, you definitely see. Oh,
Is he within
So the
30 feet
head's
of me?
still there.
5, 10. He's 20 down. At that
Alright.
current position, no. You would need to be here for that to be true.
I am also submerged in duty water, so
It's clear enough that you can kind of see to the bottom of it, but
Hmm.
it's like murky.
okay.
It's moving. It's flowing water. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
All right, let me read this real quick.
Take your iron boots off.
that's another callback to Sunday game. Red caps with their iron boots.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll move here
kind of grasping on Spider-Man style to the edge.
Right. I mean, is there enough space? Is there enough like surface area in this space here for me to set him on?
No.
No.
Spider glint, spider glint.
Okay, I'm going to put away my carrying dagger. From here, I'm going to telekinetic movement him 30 feet to me, and then I'm going to grab him.
Okay. That's your action.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a hold of him. That's more than fair. He comes up, and you've got him in your hands.
I guess I'll move back to like here. And
Well,
sort
no,
of-
you won't, because your speed's reduced now that you're grappling a creature. So your speed's reduced
Let's
to
see.
half.
I went here
5,
to what? Here or here?
5, 10.
5,
And you
10.
grabbed a hold of him. So what's your speed? 35?
Yes.
Your speed's reduced to 20. You've already moved 10 of it, so you can move 10 more. You can get behind Lose and deposit him.
Okay, as long as he's on the ledge.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll be underneath you here. And I'll go
Okay.
ahead and that's fine for now. Alright, Castia, you see the situation
And
as it's unfolding.
Basically, my free use of telekinetic movement comes back on a short rest.
Mhm.
But after my free use, then if I want to use it again, I need to spend another psionic die.
Gotcha. And as a monster hunter, you would know that this is a carrion crawler. However, this is the biggest fucking carrion crawler you've ever seen and have ever heard of in your entire fucking life. Like, carrion crawlers are supposed to be about the size of a horse. That's way bigger than a horse.
That's a big horse.
That's the
Big
biggest.
boy.
It's the
Who
biggest.
boy?
It's the biggest. Cassia.
Okay, so a giant, gross-ass worm. Let's see. Well, I have one old standby here, so
Big
let me
fly.
see. No. Let me see how many spell slots I have. You know what? We're gonna go to my second favorite spell. I'm gonna put a moonbeam on that bitch.
Alright.
I have like 2 moves. Let me find the template here again.
Actually, I think your movement is 35.
30 for
Oh.
wrong kind of elf.
I don't know what kind of elf she is.
She is a moon elf.
I'm a.
She's fancy.
Quite small.
I can't. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put it there. And then 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna hide behind one of the bards.
That makes sense. Done? Cassia, done. Lose, you are up.
And we're going to.
Still got a bow, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you in
22?
cormorant stance?
Yeah. That's my kind of
That's the
default.
default.
Till I-
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
until I decide
something
to
different.
change it. Yeah. 22,
That'll hit.
11.
Alright. It's as big as the broadside of a barn. It's not terribly hard to hit it. Looks like
Yeah.
it has more hit points than it knows what to do with. That'll hit as
18?
well.
Cool. 5.
Alright.
We go and boogie back here a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, I'm done.
Cool. It is going to move to the other side. As it's crawling, it kind of comes up over the passageway and up towards the ceiling a bit. So it actually moves in a bit towards the top of the dome, which, as I mentioned, is about 50 foot.
Did it make its con save before it moved?
It did. So I took the 7 points of damage.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Sorry, I didn't mention it. It does seem to be retreating away from the moonbeam. After it gets to that position, it will. I actually think I need to move further, so I am going to take the dash action and spiral around the edge or outside of the wall down to there. That's it for its movement, and that's its action as well.
Help! Help!
And I
You got this.
Help!
Astragon.
Now you got this.
You beat the dragon and you're fine.
Is this bigger than a dragon? It looks like it's bigger than the dragon.
It's about the same size.
It looks bigger.
It's about the same size.
It looks bigger.
I would say what this has in girth, the dragon had in wingspan. Like, wingspan definitely made it.
It's a width.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are some words.
I'm not trying to be weird about it, okay?
It's a girthy
Can
worm.
we just let Zach take his turn? You're embarrassing me.
It's more on how you use
I mean,
the
it's
word.
been sewer crawling with poo, tentacles, weird jello sloppy noises. I mean, if you're afraid of making a disgusting impression, you should. That's a line that was crossed a while ago, but it's all
You
good.
have
Say we
made
were-
some choices.
I'm
We were
obviously
bugbearing
not
you?
concerned with that. And I don't know what you just said to me. What did you just say to me, Chad?
I said, would you say that we're bugbearing you?
Oh, bugbear. Gain inspiration. That was good.
I'm gonna scoot back and then.
Well, if you move away from it, it will get an opportunity attack unless you disengage.
Even though I'm not the closest target.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
It can or cannot decide to take an opportunity attack against anything that moves out of its threatened space.
Not that threatening.
A little threatening.
Nah, it's just big.
He's just a big bugbear.
Yeah, big boy.
Any Dark Souls player knows.
Anything big enough can be killed.
What, dodge roll.
So,
I'll cast
Yeah.
invisibility on myself.
Roll.
okay. And that will make
Can I
it so
take the roll
it
action?
cannot target you because you are no longer invisible, and that's a prerequisite to being able to make an opportunity attack. And then you said you're hopping into the water and moving.
I wanted to move back a little bit,
Okay.
but knowing that I'm invisible, essentially the intention I have now is I kind of just don't want to get in the way and get into a more advantageous position, so I can
You're
attack it next
what
time.
I've noticed from Astragoth is like there's kind of a level of perfectionist notation. Like he kind of will change his pitch up if the dude doesn't hit. These kind of things are something he doesn't miss. He's very self-focused. Is that fair to say?
Of course.
You would note that your feet appear to be kind of creating a gap in the water that you aren't sure whether a bestial-minded creature like this is going to notice, but you do.
I guess we'll tackle that problem when we get to it.
Fair enough. So, invisibility move, we're good. Balgar, you're up.
Shatter. Right in the middle of it.
Yeah, boy.
Right in its mouth.
Alright. It does not have
God.
metal or anything.
Or any appendages, or any...
No,
It doesn't have
Any
metal.
tendrils?
tendrils. The tendrils are not tendrils, they're tentacles. They are real, full-on tentacles. They cannot be targeted specifically. So, Constitution, it failed somehow. And
Is it wearing a head jack?
it'll take 10.
And then I do a little this. Good luck, cast. Yeah, you got this. You're the best.
Hold on a second here.
Oh, where?
Yeah,
Nope.
fucking demolish that walkway and throw his ass into the water.
No, it does have an attack that attacks at 15-foot reach, but it's not an attack I can opportunity attack. Balgar done.
Oh yeah, I'm Swifty.
Orlando's. Your turn concludes, and you are no longer paralyzed or poisoned.
Yay!
Alright.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, preempted.
Glenn, you see that Orlandus seems to be shaking it off. Shaking it off.
Shake it off, shake it off.
Oh, fuck. I could have used
So-
that. No, I couldn't.
I'm gonna move over here and I'm gonna take my shots, but I want to, like, how much space is there around these spikes?
Literally, if you touch any of those squares, I will make you take damage.
No, but I mean, is there like ceiling or wall space?
Oh, no. It looks like they're kind of up a bit. And they're also kind of... are you familiar with the spell spike growth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure,
but
it's
no.
all right.
So it's...
Yeah.
yeah, correct. It basically, if you move into the space, it's 2d4 damage for each space that you move into. And that's
Yeah.
true from the ground to the ceiling in that space.
I basically wanted to move into a position to where if this thing tried to come and attack me, it would have to move through the spikes.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
We
Okay,
lost
that's
Joe.
fair. Then I'll just put away my short sword, pull out my short bow, and shoot it.
There he is.
Any day now, roll 20.
I believe in you.
The 14,
Bounces off one of the plates. That'll
the
hit.
24. I will go ahead and just re-roll that because I can.
Okay. first roll
Okay,
better.
so I'll take the 9.
Already got it. And no bonus actions or anything?
I guess how far away is it from me?
30.
Okay, so I guess I'll bonus action try to move it 5 feet off the ledge into the water.
It's, kind of connected to the ledge and the wall. But yeah, strength save?
Yeah, DC 13.
Yeah, pass.
Okay, worth a shot.
Alright, Castia.
Use Radar when you need it.
Looks like everybody came to your aid there. Help me, Bards! Oh, fuck no.
Close.
So
I didn't want this to be the day that music died.
Running away.
The data music died.
is it on this like ledge
It's
or is it in the
actually-
water?
No, it's on the wall. Its frame is off of the wall because it's kind of like a centipede. It's kind of bent and coiled, but
Okay.
it is very much attached to the wall.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use disengage,
That makes sense, yeah.
and I can't walk through these blades, right? I have to like go out
Oh, no,
and around.
the blade is slammed. It's done. But just to show.
But I can walk through those
Yeah.
squares. I don't have. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
the blades it's just to show the path.
All right. I'm gonna hide back here.
All right.
Just until it gets into a more constrained space. That's my plan.
Lovely.
Certainly.
Yeah. Kind of looking around. Guess
not going great.
just You and me, a mealy worm.
Oh, I get this.
And-
Oh, you disengaged.
I'm not that dumb.
And we're gonna shoot our longbow again. 17,
Uh huh.
5,
Okay.
and another 24.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Wait.
All right.
And we are staying here.
Okay. So as it kind of gets hit by these arrows from that angle, it kind of flares its tendrils after Cassia for a second, and then pulls its tendrils out of that passageway, and then flares them out across the bridge. They move 15 feet, and it will attack Lose with the tentacles.
Yep.
Okay, that will definitely hit. You're gonna take 8 points of poison damage, and you're gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
I knew I recognized that artwork from somewhere.
Let's see, you said Constitution. 14.
You are poisoned, and as long as you are poisoned, you are also paralyzed.
Nice. Poison. And. Alright. And
Alright.
that's all I can do.
Will move. Kind of moves over the passageway. Like I said, it's about 20-foot gap there. So it's kind of moving over the passageway and then down onto the other side. As it comes down towards Lose, it kind of tilts its head up and looks at the two of you, and then it kind of and it shoots this gout of spray out of its mouth towards the two of you.
Delicious.
I need the both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry, the two of you being.
You and
Orlandis
Erlen.
and Glenn. Not Lose though. She's underneath.
Yeah.
You said a Constitution?
Yep.
So I get a. Oh, wait, you're not a paladin, are you?
No.
Nope.
Fuck!
It hits.
I've got a +6.
As it hits you, you can see like on Glint's like leather jacket, kind of like slight burning, and then on Orlandis, like on his armor, kind of like coats it. But the main thing is like it doesn't feel like it's an acid. It feels more like it's like a penetrating kind of fluid, and you feel it kind of enter into your body. The two of you take 9 points of poison damage, and you're blinded for 1 minute. At the end of each of your turns, you'll make a Constitution saving throw repeating to try and get rid of the blinded effect. And it's done. And we'll go to Astrogoth.
You said I take 9 points of damage?
9 points of poison damage, yep. And blinded.
Out of curiosity, how would one rearm this blade trap if you wanted to do that?
You just grab the blade, pull it back, and set it.
Okay.
It would take a strength check, DC, or strength athletics. Actually, no, fuck that. If your strength is 10 or higher, you can do it as an action.
It is. Well, it doesn't seem interested in us, but debating if I want to do that.
Good idea.
Well, I mean, if I was to do it, everyone would see me doing it, and they know what triggered it last time, so we would be able to avoid it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
My strength is 12, and as far as I know, I would still be invisible.
Yeah,
For-
you're not taking
okay.
an attack or casting a spell.
Okay, I probably shouldn't stand on the.
Oh, no, that's fine. So when you set it, you're going to pull it back to here.
Okay.
So you'll either end up here, or you can hop down into the liquid, either there or there. So you can end up back where you started.
Oh, okay, we'll just do that then.
Yeah, that works. So you kind of jump up, very quickly kind of grab the blade, force it back, and then kind of hop off to the side as it kind of locks. And you understand that it's like a spring-loading mechanism. So when you hit the water, you can still see your feet. You'd also be watching the creature, and you can see that after shooting the spray, its kind of head section turns downwards. Its mandibles start kind of clicking, and the tentacles all kind of like start looming over Lose.
Okay.
Astrogoth done. Balgar, you see the trap as it's been set. You definitely know that you need to get its attention. You're going to want to do that.
How? I wonder. What spell could I use if I wanted to get something's attention? Like maybe a loud, booming, painful
Consult its
noise.
mom.
Like a shatter.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Your
shatter.
mom was a grub worm.
All right. And con save. I don't know why I keep failing these against you. That's really weird. Do you say anything, or because it does turn its attention for a second?
Yeah, I can't remember what the little piece of crystal is, but I pull out some little component. Residium, yeah, piece. I struck the harp, and I speak in like a deep, arcane dwarvish tone. Say "fuck you, dog," pretty much.
I want you to go ahead and make me a persuasion roll. This is for free. Anybody want to spend their inspiration?
I don't-
Yeah, you can have mine.
Alright. Good deal, good deal. So it definitely kind of turns its attention. A couple of the tentacles kind of loom over Lose for a second, and then it kind of snaps its attention towards you more thoroughly. Orlandis, you are blind, and I don't see a marker on Lint, so I'm going to go ahead and put that bad boy on there.
Thank you, Chad.
I'm just gonna stand up, lean on the wall, and then if I can, take the dodge action and then
Absolutely.
try to get out of this blinded position.
Basically, what kind of Lose kind of paralyzed, probably the only person who can see you, kind of looking over at you. You see them kind of like holding their eyes, and you see kind of Orlandus like, you know, gauging, but kind of holding his hands over his head as he's kind of trying to be protective. Go ahead and make that con save. Nailed it.
16.
You are no longer blind. You see that Lose appears to be in danger. The head's turning and looking towards where you presume the bards are located.
Okay.
Glint.
Glint is going to jump into the water and take the hide action.
Okay. So positionally, go ahead and just make a perception check. Obviously, you have disadvantage.
I mean, I know which direction the water's in.
No, I grant you, but go ahead and make it. Okay. So you lead here instead of away from the creature. Okay.
Well, that's fine because my intent is really to just go down as far as I can.
Yeah, more than fine. Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Can I make a stealth check to hide?
Oh, I don't need it.
That's never a good sign.
21.
You're no longer blind, so the water seems to rinse out the poison in your eyes. Glint done, Cassia up.
Well. Yeah. I'm gonna get to
So
here.
you get the lower portion of the canal, but it's massive, so you can see it.
Yeah. For my actual action, I am gonna move the moonbeam to that spot
Okay.
on it, and then I'm gonna move back again.
This causes all its tentacles to kind of shrivel up towards its chest. It seems to now not be as determined at the Lose option. Lose, go ahead and make a, because paralyzed, no turn.
Yeah.
Con save
Con.
again.
Hey.
Nat 20.
Kind of regain yourself, kind of feel your body moving again, and just as the creature starts barreling towards Volgar. Now, because it's not aware of your presence, Astrogoth, and it is just coming down into that passageway and straight just going, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna limbo.
Bro,
am I
I'm way over
pro?
here, dog. What do you mean? I'm safe on my little bridge.
Okay. So what that will allow you to do is fall prone, because it doesn't seem to be like putting all of its legs down to the bottom,
Right.
kind of gliding over the top because of its girth. And then I need you to do me a favor and roll, because of its movement chaining through, it's hitting each one of the spots, and the blade is kind of rushing through its entire side. So whereas it hit Lose in one section, it will be hitting this creature in 3. So I need you to roll 5d6 3 times.
Hell yes.
How about that Constitution save at the start of its turn too?
Yeah, I nailed it.
Okay,
Sorry,
it still
I-
takes 11.
was
I
waiting
didn't
for
roll the damage, that's why I
waiting
was
for the
at.
roll.
Okay,
I
perfect.
rolled at the beginning. Okay, so the beam kind of causes spark, and it starts rushing past Astrogoth. Invisible jumps down into the water. An Astrogoth-shaped silhouette kind of just left in the water. And then, boom, it rushes up to you, Volgar. As the blade hits it from behind, you watch as the mandible and like the front series of tentacles on that side fly out towards you, kind of splashing onto the ground and into the water near you. And the whole creature kind of thrashes for a second and then drops. Massive big hole kind of cut out of the side of it. But it does create a new problem in that it seems to be blocking
Help!
the passageway a bit. You can actually roll out from underneath it and get into the water there. Yeah, but Volgar and Cassie on the other side are going to have to cleave their way through. But that's
Or-
where we're going. Oh, huh?
Can I just bring the moonbeam over and slowly scorch it to death over the next like 7 or 8 rounds?
It won't pulverize it to a point where it's like causing it to fall away or anything. It's not.
But you know, soften it up a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
make it a little.
It's more the harsh pain of the holiness than the actual like melting
mean-
laser.
I'm still gonna do it. It doesn't.
I guess it is kind of a melting laser, because I think the plasma guns or the laser.
It is.
guns are-
It is radiant
Radiant
damage.
damage,
It's
yeah.
you know.
Well, we'll go ahead and figure it out next time. Thanks
Yeah.
so much, and we will see you next time. Bye for the
See
stream.
ya.